Thank you so much, Jordan. Oh my gosh, hearing that man speak Spanish, I didn't know a word he said, but it's so smooth and sexy. My man Danny Suave over there putting it on for his city. You already know he's speaking from his heart in regards to what is next. It is time to win. This is the moment. We want this more than anyone. It was brilliant to hear the words from Danny there, Ash.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Danny feels like a locked in, more confident Danny than maybe Danny's in the past.
Mature and composed, right? It's different.
Yeah, like it didn't seem like this energized, amped up, holy crap, we just made grand finals kind of Danny. This seemed like look, I know what I came here to do. We're doing it. We're following our game plan, and y'all are screwed.
That's dangerous. That's how y'all used to sound Optic Gaming in the grand finals. Another day in the office. We've been here before, acting like you've been here before. Toby, any other thoughts?
Yeah, I'll just I'll stick to the kind of psychology point. I think with what I mentioned last segment, it's just the fact that Identiv just seems so cool, calm, and collected, and it's kind of like an insight, generally speaking, in terms of psychology, as the mental state of people, right? If you act confident, you'll end up being confident. As a result, you're kind of like that feedback system, and I think they've kind of got that going on now. PK seemed to have really settled into Championship Sunday. Identiv has pointed out how much it means to him, so the passion is there, the fire, to really keep it burning, keep them performing that way. I think they're looking good, and we know how passionate Identiv is, and I think he's perhaps been a really core component actually of PK clutching up in that last match. Hopefully it kind of stays that way now.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I mean, the fact that Danny has won a championship with Ghost Gaming alongside his teammate Rushies, you heard him say that in the interview. He's been here before. I mean, that is so much experience and wisdom that he brings to the team to help young players like Fiercely and Raver. And, those who have not maybe been there as many times, have not won. Designites never won before. Help them in these moments, help them realize what they got to do and take a look at their journey. Pittsburgh Knights over Fury 1 in the winners bracket finals. Before then, they had to beat United. And now they wait to see who they will play between Fury 1 and Rise. It's going to be such an insane losers bracket final. Let's go ahead and transition right into that one. Enough of celebrating PK. The job's not done for them, but the job certainly is not done yet for Fury 1 and Rise. Fury 1 has to bounce back here. Ash, if you're in this scenario, I think you maybe been here once or twice before. How are you able to bounce back from a devastating loss and a dominant loss like that in winners finals?
Yeah, when you face one of these losses like that, you kind of have to find the positives in the negatives, right? You have to look at that match and be like, okay, we looked good on training grounds, so we're not completely out of this. We didn't wake up without our brains today. We know how to play this game. We've been doing it for a long time. We've looked great all day Friday and all day Saturday. So what was the difference there? We know we can do it. We saw it on training grounds. Those other 3 maps were a fluke. Let's focus on what we can do to improve those 3 maps, but don't dig too deep in it. Don't overanalyze it. Don't overthink it. It's too late to fix the glaring big mistakes. All you can do is just rest on your laurels and focus on what you know, which is how to play some Gears of War.
Yeah, that's a fact. We'll get insight from the man Ash himself. Let's go ahead and start to preview this one. We got Fury 1, who, again, we kept calling them the Red Hot Squad. Right now, Rise is seemed to have taken that title from them. They've been looking so good. Let's look at the bans first. Ash, walk us through the bans in this one.
Yeah, so first up, that reactor control ban from Fury 1. We see that map banned all the time, so I'm not surprised there. The Spire control ban from Rise. I mean, that probably a ban that they, don't want to play that map, but after watching Fury choke it like that, I think I'd be a little bit confident on it. Then the Ephira execution ban, again, a little bit surprising to me. I mean, we haven't really seen Rise play it too much, but maybe that's something Fury's really strong at and why we would have seen it as a tiebreaker last series if it got to that point. The Canals execution ban makes sense. Rise has been playing phenomenally on Canals. And then the Training Grounds escalation ban clearly makes sense because we just saw out of the 4 maps that Fury played, the only one that they looked like Fury was Training Grounds. But Toby, talk me about these picks.
Sure thing. I mean, this is no surprise actually coming into the cycle. District control for Fury 1. Of course, and that is a big deal for both teams, honestly. They are the 2 best teams on District this split. They have been absolutely lights out. Rise 5-2 record, by the way, in Pro League. Fury 1, of course, 3-1, and had a really good game before them against Rise in particular, actually. We go to Tomb Execution second. Throw out Pro League at this point because Rise are just a completely different animal on this one. They 6-0'd KCP twice on this in the major itself. Winners bracket quarterfinal then, of course, just now now that first game, losers bracket semi-final. What a fantastic map it is for them. They 6-2'd them as well earlier. Fury One themselves did rise on that. Vasgar escalation. Rise the best team on this one. They've beaten the former Kings twice. Again, 5-1 both times in this major alone. Ritual Control coming out as well, of course. And there's no surprise there. Rise have been excellent on this historically in majors. They actually beat KCP as well on that one as well, or at least Fury 1 too. And then, of course, Checker execution. We got that map number 5 again. We saw that in their last matchup, of course. It was 6-2 last time from Fury 1, and they were able to defeat Rise on that one 3-2. That could be perhaps one of the best Gears Esports maps we've ever seen if we do actually get to that.
Wow. I mean, what a stage that has been set here. Fury 1 beat Rise before. Well, they also beat the Pittsburgh Knights before in pool play and couldn't do it in the winners bracket finals. These are different teams. These are teams in their final form for the final time in Gears Esports. Will Rise continue to rise up to the occasion and the opportunity to come through losers bracket and end off Gears Esports with a bang, proving that USA is on top? Or will Fury 1 make it an all LATAM finals for the first time ever? What a day and what a final event. And it's time, gentlemen, for our final prediction segment, I believe, with y'all on the desk here. Let's jump right into it. Who do you think's going to take it and why? Toby, starting with you.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to lean on the last match between these two on this one because we got some very similar maps come through. We haven't, of course, got the classic TG. First of all, for Fury 1, that's a huge, huge aspect because why? Well, Rise are the best escalation team on Harbor and Vasgar. That's escalation kind of locked in for Rise, I think, honestly. Much more so than in any past match that we've seen. They 5-0'd them last time, by the way, in the winners bracket semi-final match against Fury 1. And so, yeah, that's a really big component. You see Tomb come through again, map number 2. Rise already beat them on that as well. Again, I think that's a guaranteed map for Rise. And then you kind of have a toss-up for the remaining maps. And District could honestly go either way at this point. Fury 1 have shown some mental cracks. They clutched up and did a really good job against Rise previously on Control. And have beaten them as well on that specific map. 300 to 131, but I'm not sure if we're seeing that same team again. So it could easily be a 3-0, honestly, to Rise in that front. But hey, map number 1 will be a huge indicator. If we do get to somehow map number 5, by the way, I still have to kind of lean in with the consistency of Rise. Every time I look through each of these maps, it just still screams Rise because when you throw the stats out that we talked about for map specifics, you then go to Pro League and Rise is 8-1, 8-1, 2. And I've said it already this broadcast, they've been absolutely lights out, and that's why they were the favorite coming into the major. I can't go against them. I think Rise will take it.
Ashes.
I was hoping Toby would talk for a little bit longer while I can make up my mind about what I want to pick.
Follow your heart, brother. I followed my heart with PK. My mind said Fury 1. I followed my heart, and I was right. I'm saying follow whatever your heart says.
I think on Championship Sunday, with all due respect, Toby, the stats are out the window. Ooh-wee. I think once you get to this day, when everything about the tournament is on the line, everything you worked for all season, all year, all the last several years for some of these players, and this is it. This is the last time to leave your stamp on Gears Esports history. Stats no longer play a factor, as we saw in the last series. So, that being said, from what I've seen so far today, I think that on a slaying capacity, on a slaying level, on just a raw talent level, Rise is the better team. I think on a teamwork level, Rise is by far the better team. So as much as I love Toady and what he's done with this young Latin American team, I'm giving it to the defending champions. I have Rise taking this one, and I'll be surprised if we see a 4th map.
Oh, baby. 3-0 Rise, says Ash. Bold words. I'm going to join both of y'all as a Rise prediction. I think they're looking too good. What they did against KCP was damn impressive. Fury 1 showed a lot of promise, though, against the Pittsburgh Knights. They could have won that Control, and they could have forced a Game 5, and who knows? So I do think it might be a little closer than Ash might be alluding to. I got Rise winning 3-1. If it goes to Game 5, I'll lose my mind. It'd be so much fun to watch. But hey, it's going to be a hell of a series. LATAM versus USA. Rise versus Fury 1. Can Toady and the boys do it? Can they punch their ticket back in the grand finals? Or will Rise do it again from the losers bracket like they did just 3 months ago in the spring major where they won their first championship under the Rise banner? We'll find out because gameplay is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, the last losers bracket final of Gears Esports. Let's go ahead and throw it over to our casters.
Welcome back into the caster side of things. I am still Colin the Crow Clark, and he is still the greatest man walking, living, or breathing, Jacob MVPR. We just got finished with a 3-1 by the Pittsburgh Knights over Fury 1. Now Fury 1, they have another task ahead of them, another tall task, another one of our legendary rosters, one of our most stacked teams. It's Rise, baby. What are your thoughts going into this map 1 on District?
I'm sharing very, very similar thoughts here than that last matchup. Fury 1 has done a good job on 2 different days so far. Excuse me there for a second. But they've done a good job 2 different days so far, right? They've really outlasted, and they actually beat both of these teams today. They beat the Pittsburgh Knights on Friday. They beat Rise on Saturday. But when you're in the finals, the winners finals, losers finals, and you start to get jittery, you start to get shaky because it's your first time there, and you start to look like a complete new team like you were in week number 1, that has me so concerned because we know what we're going to see from Rise. They might get off to a little bit of a slow start, but they know how to pick it up. And when things get rolling, they're going to look like a scary roster. And I think Ryan said one thing to start the day that really has stuck with me. Teams had their chance to beat Rise when they were playing lackluster throughout the past 2 days. You guys really let this team survive, and everybody is paying for it. And I think Fury 1 is going to be the next team to pay for it.
Well, if you're a Rise fan, last event might have been your favorite for them to bring home a championship. They got a chance to do that for the second time today. But for a whole lot of people in the Gears community, there's been a whole lot of differing opinions on which event was your favorite. Check out some of them in our favorite event Legacy series.
So when it comes to Gears, my favorite event of all time, outside of being there in person for Mexico City, I think it has to go to E-League.
Okay, my favorite event for in person is easily gonna be. You could say any of the Mexico cities, any of them. But my favorite like tournament was definitely the recent major that we won because there's nothing like winning. As simple as that. There's nothing like going out dominant and beating every single good team in the game and really feeling like you're on top.
My favorite Gears of War esports event so far, without a doubt, has to be my luckily opportunity and involvement within the E-League 2019 at Gears 5 multiplayer reveal. High in terms of Gears of War esports for competitive was like an all-time high. So it was very, very fun to actually spectate that esports event.
When it comes down to my favorite Gears esports tournament, it has to be Gears Anaheim 2009. Just like any Gears of War player, you know, we dream of winning an event. Outside of winning an event, we dream of making top 8. You know, I had great teammates, and, you know, we went out there and we was able to take down LTZ for that top 8 position. And that was a dope event for me. That was great.
So when it comes to Gears, my favorite event of all time, but I think it has to go to E-League. You know, being on TV, realizing Gears is at such a level and it reached certain heights. And then I think that's something that, you know, is going to come with me forever. It's some experience that still holds with me to this day, you know, behind the scenes work and things like that I think is very, very vital to a lot of, you know, broadcasters and talent people's success that not everybody gets the chance to experience.
I think my favorite event, like all time from Gears esports, it will be Vegas when we won with our ex roster. That was just something that I will never forget in my life. It's one of the best experience. Winning a championship, like touching that trophy, you know, like it's just crazy. It's still imaginable, like that confetti bringing out your face.
My favorite Gears event would be when Optic finally got eliminated. It was pretty cool watching that, as bad as it sounds. I mean, kudos to them for winning so many tournaments. But for audience, that was pretty cool watching.
I think it has to be winning the last Gears 5 Mexico event. I had already won before. I knew what that felt like. I knew what it felt like to win in Mexico on top of that. But winning as a villain in front of that crowd is a different kind of moment. I mean, you know, they cheered me on the first time that we played Optic in the first Gears 4 Mexico event. You know, they were cheering for us. They were rooting for us. They were booing Optic. They wanted us to win. So we felt that energy. And then I got to taste the flip side of that. I got to see the boos. I got to see the screaming. I got to see everything that we did right just get booed, and I feel like that one's definitely the special one out of all.
A ton of amazing events Gears Esports has put on all across the globe, internationally. I mean, there's just been a whole gang of them. My piece didn't make it in there. I had a bunch of favorite events because I'm a super fan. I think that's probably why they cut it, because I just kept saying it was this one and it was that one and it was this one, and I had great memories here, great memories there, and they were like, Colin, just go in the other room, please. Just relax, take a breath. I don't know if you got to go take an ice bath, but you can't be like that here. But right now, this event is still going on. It's the Gears Summer Major, the end of a chapter in Gears Esports, and we are in the losers finals, the final losers finals for Gears Esports as of now. This is going to be Rise versus Fury 1, their last gasp to make it into a grand finals, to take on, at this point, you can't call them Cinderella anymore. I don't think the Pittsburgh Knights have been the Cinderella. Dezo and Identives have not been Cinderella for a long time because they've had the pumpkin get turned back into from the carriage too many times. At this point, they're like a revenging hero. They're like a guy that's been sent off into space to have to come back to reclaim a throne. That's how I look at Danny. That's the kind of mission that man is on. So this is an opportunity just to get into that big fight against the team that probably wants it more than anyone else on the face of the planet. 7 billion people. I'm going to say it's those 4 that want it the most.
Yeah, and this is turning out to be just a great story for PK overall. I kind of relate it to Lord of the Rings, Return of the King in essence, and that's what Danny's trying to do. But there's 2 teams, Fury 1 and Rise, that are trying to stop that legacy. They're trying to cement their own. Fury 1, one of the newest rosters that we have here. Would you guys say 0-4 to start the split? They've turned and caught fire at the perfect moment. I don't think anybody would have predicted them to be in the winners finals, to be in the Lunars finals at all. And on the other side, though, Rise, defending champions. I think Avexis really wants to cement his legacy along with Rushies as well. And I think you heard Identives talk about wanting to play against his former teammate Rushies. I feel like Rushies shares that same sentiment. I think they want to go ahead and take out PK and really be that team that drives home those back-to-back champions to end Gears Esports.
I think it was Hunter a second ago in the green room. We were sitting there watching the interview with Danny for a moment, and Hunter said, how poetic would it have been if you had Rushies versus Identives, 2 former Ghost Gaming players playing against each other, with J Ribs observing another former Ghost Gaming member, part of that championship squad. And then when we got to see the highlight reel from that one, Danny said it was his favorite event, that Vegas event. And they all stood up. I had to tell the voice of God, I said, man, it's a shame that Ghost didn't stick around, because those black and white color scheme jerseys, man, them things were clean. I don't care what nobody said. They look good in them things.
Yeah, that championship whites on that Sunday. Honestly, in a lot of those clips, just seeing Sleepy Time, how excited he got, seeing Speedy. I just wish this was kind of like that last moment, just being able to see in person that last event where Vexies and them won their first event. I would like to see who really here, because if Fury 1 wins, we're going to have history in the making for that grand finals. But it's going to be a tough road for them. I keep talking about the inexperience. It's the first time really being in this situation with the lights shining as bright as they are here on the main stage. But it's all or nothing. It's put up or shut up right here, Colin. And they need to keep in their mind, along with Rise, that either if it's 3-0, 3-1, or 3-2, it's 5 maps. It's everything that you got, and there's no excuses left on the table.
One last chance. One more time to be heard. Rise or Fury 1. And if you want to hear all of the best sights and sounds in gaming, you got to get over to astrogaming.com and get yourself the official audio partner of Gears Esports, Astro. Will it be Fury 1? Will it be Rise to go to the grand finals? Find out right here, right now. We started off on District. Flash grenades out. Rushies wraps around that backlight post. He's going to continue to get flashes thrown at him. Detox is stunned out. They get it down onto Jolly, but that's going to be Detox gone. Rushy's gone now. Avexis last alive, bouncing around, tries to stay alive, but that's a beautiful angle for us to see the double shot shotgun down. Middle of the map, Detox will respawn and try to get some help here for the pick on the drop. He's going to be tagged up, though, and sent back to the bottom of the stairwell.
Yeah, it's just too many angles right now. They got to wait for a couple more players to get in position, particularly Avexis and Rushies, who are heading towards the top half of the map to get Aim Boot's freelancer angle along with Toady out of there. And you can see everybody getting into position. Now the moves are going to be made. Flash grenade towards the back. They're trying to win this fight to get that angle to stop the drop shot from getting picked up. But the eliminations are still falling in way of Fury 1. Rushies gets chopped down. Toady gets down, but quickly on back up. But that was just the distraction. You see, even though Rise players are continuing to fall, they got out alive with that drop shot.
Yeah, they're going to try to protect Detox right here with a drop shot in hand. 2 players inside of the juice. They're going to be looking out toward the respawn at him. They need to find where the respawn is coming from. Aim Boot's going to go down now. 1 player spawns from the bottom side of the map for Rise. Detox full red. Needs to settle down for just a moment. Inzem with a shock in hand. Might be chased. He's going to be shot from that juice area. Beautiful little 90-degree angle there by Detox with the snub to be able to put enough damage on Ajala to prevent him from getting to that spot. New Hill's got about 15 seconds before it spawns. If I am Fury 1, I'm going to engage this fight, try to get the drop shot out of Rise's hands early.
You see the Ventry from the shock. He's trying to get Inzem out of that cover, but Detox saving his life yet again, pushing Jalad back, and that's where Inzem's going to feel the comfortability to begin to push up himself. Great shot's going to be landed, knowing he has the chance to push up as long as Aim Boot gives him what he wants, doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to back up, knowing there's still so much time left on this hill. He wants to play that team game.
Once again, Rise, they're going to be playing protection up here at the top respawn area. Rush is going to go down. Avexi's next. That's a clean sweep. 4v2 on the map right now. Detox tries to move up to the top side of the map to help protect the close respawn point for his squadron. He goes down as well. That is 3 up and 3 down for Fury 1. Toady now challenged just a little bit by Rush. He's not a ton of damage onto him. He's going to rotate back into the respawn. We have 3 players along the midline of the map. 1 inside of the hill. 35 seconds to go. Could get him to the 90 differential to maybe 20 for Rise. Rise has 1 player already challenging across the map toward the ATM. Ventry with a big damage advantage over the side of, I believe, Avexi's there. And we'll rotate back into the middle of the map. 8 seconds left on the drop. Look at Inzem real quick. Let's go to Inzem. He's going to be playing very sneaky here toward the drop. He has to have been seen at least once. Drop is about to spawn up. Jalad is going to be challenged from the inside of the info. Inzem from the top side of the map is going to be tagged up. 20 seconds until the New Hill respawns, but the drop is up, so that's where most of that attention will be paid.
Nobody wants to give up that free drop shot, especially for Rise. They already have the position. They don't have to do too much except for pick up these eliminations and the downs once they come to fruition. As Aim Boot, he gets dropped. Nobody is able to lend that helping hand on the side of Fury 1 just yet. And as soon as Ventry thinks about it, he gets eliminated. And that's going to make it a little bit easier for Rise to kind of defend this drop shot, because right now it doesn't look like they're getting aggressive for it.
Fury 1's going to send Ventry in there for the quick pick. He does get it off and get it away. Detox only hits it about twice there with a long shot, with a Lancer. That's going to be some snub damage from Ventry off into the corner onto Rushies. Rushies trying to get his health back. He's going to get wrap shotted there by Aim Boot, opening up the retake from Fury 1. Drop shot onto Detox. And again, only about 10 or 20 seconds in for the side of Rise before they get flushed out and absolutely wiped away. Inzem, last alive in the cinema, will be taken down, and Fury 1 back inside of that ATM area, the top left hill, one of the money hills, continuing to extend their advantage.
And right now you can see it's 0 points on hill number 1 for Rise, 18 on the last one. And even though we're still in progress of the third, they only was able to get 19 points, being held less than 40 points over the last 3 hills, and this is where it's going to get tough. This is where the moment of the match is going to ring true, as Rise have to figure out a way to gain control of this next hill. They already have Inzem positioned down low. They have Rushies and Detox in the juice, trying to go ahead and take anybody out that crossed their path, and then Avexi's by his lonesome across the map. He, for sure, cannot be the first one to go down.
There's going to be Detox inside of the info. Looking across the map, looking for somebody to try to get shots on. You can see across the map of X, he's trying to defend himself against multiple players. Gets enough damage to get the double kill. Hill's going to respawn at the bottom. Aim Boot gets Detox inside of the info. Flash right on Aim Boot. No connection there. Avexi's Lancer Fire in there to try to help out his teammates, but Fury 1 is not getting the same angles they were just a moment ago. They will finally get that down, but they're not going to be able to get enough damage onto Avexi's to make him not be able to get revived, but they do run after him and get the meat shield on him. They leave him to die at the bottom of the hill, and now the hill being retaken by Fury 1.
Rushies backtracks, drawing multiple players into him, and even separates there and gets a second kill. That was on Toady. Ventry drops Even though the players are already spawning up, that's going to be a squad wipe on the side of Fury 1, which gives Avexes the courage, the comfortability to grab that drop shot. And while he's distracted, Rushies again. Dun, 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 Super Rush appears.
Super Rush appears up to the pergola now. 131 to 77. Doing a fantastic job here. You can see Rushies looking back across the middle. Tot on to Toady. Won't be able to get enough damage there to really stop him from pushing it into the hill for the trash time. Stepped into the hill for just a moment. They are banking on a retake here. Detox is going to get tagged up. He's going to roll out. Get inside of the pergola now with two teammates looking for another advantage as they come out of the juice, trying to filter him straight into a firing range. Inzem down. Will he be revived? Yes, he will. So quick revive out on Inzem. This is going to be Jolid pushing up to the window. Detox going to get tagged twice by the L triggers. Steps outside, hits one shot for the finishing blow, hits a second one for a down. Beautiful double kill there by him and Rushies. Now dodges the first shot. Gets hit by the second. Doesn't hit the third. This is going to be Jolly with the meat shield. Rushies in for the melee. Shot over the top for the down. Rushies doing everything he can for the squadron. Aim boot with a drop shot on his back. This is a big down and a big kill for Rushies. That takes that power weapon right out of the hands of Fury 1.
His cape is just flapping in the wind right now, Colin. Back-to-back double kills on the home hill to solidify the possible comeback opportunity here, because there's 60 seconds up for grabs. Not only will they catch up, but they will be able to get the lead, but it's going to come through on the defensive end now. As you see, Inzem Rushies locked up on the hill. They're trying to stretch wide to give Detox that helping hand, and it comes through. They not only get the down, but they get the elimination as well, as Detox sharing that role, going back-to-back, and that's going to extend all the way on the hill itself as Aim Boot trying to catch somebody off guard, and it does not work, so he gets shut down, and the staggering of deaths is going to give Rise the lead.
This is where Inzem is dangerous. In the middle of the map with a little bit of help, he can get into those shotgun battles. He's comfortable with 5 seconds left on the respawn of the drop. That's going to be a down on Inzem. He gets lancered out from the 90 degree from the bandstand. Trying to crawl into the juice. He's going to have to just watch him, his teammate die. Detox can't step out for the Hornet's Nest. He'll absolutely get stung. But this is going to be a double kill coming in for Rise. Now they have the bottom side of the map as well as the top. Shots there onto Jolid. Double down. Rushies trying to sprint on over here for the drop shot. Gets it in his hands. And your All-Star Awards, your Pro Awards here. Rushies the best Grenadier, having a drop shot in hand, trying to land it near somebody's ear. He's trying to get that kill for the thrill. Inzem down. He's going to get chunked out. This is going to be Ventry. Shot on, taken down, and Rushies turns back for the finishing blow. He's going to look to help his teammates, though. Avexes will get down, and they will trade out 1-for-1, but Rushies, once again, trying to come to the rescue.
Now, he had so many chances to use that one early on, trying to save it for as long as he can. Finally dishes out. At least he got an elimination for it as he gets bled out towards the top side of the map. And you see, while all that's going down, they're trying to take that 3v2, but Ventry with that additional angle, getting the downs, getting the damage, but it's not going to be enough for the Wolfpack, who burrows through the defense and gains control of the hill and trying to extend their lead. But Toady has different plans in mind. Goes for the contest. They realize he's by himself, and Rise makes short work of him and keeps the numbers in their favor. Oh. Double down.
Red. He's going to get another down. There's the meat shield on Inzem. Rushies will get Jolid. Detox will die out. This is going to be a Vex. He's throwing a flash to the bottom. He needs to return to the scene of the crime, kill Jolid off, make sure that nobody's there for the retake. Rushies going to get 2 flashes thrown at him. Top side of the stairs. He backs out. Ventry and Fury 1 looking to get back into the lead on this map. Number 1, they're in that bottom left-hand hill. Can't get it to go just yet. It's going to be Detox helping out of X's. They get 1. This is going to be Inzem switching to the bottom side of the hill. 2v1 situation against him. Nobody in the top window to add Lancer damage. He's going to go down. He's out. Fury 1 right back in this.
With everybody going down, just like you said, you see in the minimap Rushies overextending toward the top. He gets the spawn for Inzem. Perfect play for Rushies yet again. And Inzem gets the elimination. Even though it's trash time left, possible weapons coming up, Rushies still making the impactful plays. And those are the ones that show up on the leaderboard. But that down right there, that's going to show up on the leaderboard for sure. Doing everything right and even getting another drop shot back-to-back in the hands of Rushies.
It's going to be Rushies with another drop going into the cinema, looking to try to angle out here, looking to try to find somebody to put a shot on early. Last time he allowed 2 of his teammates to fall before he got that shot out. I don't know if he'll make the same mistake this time. Has the rocket active out. Aim boot goes down in the middle. Nobody trying to rotate over for the revive just yet. Detox in a 2v1, tries to hop the cover. He'll get shot on and drop middle of the map. Avexes will finish off Aim boot. Now we see Rushy's just trying to do everything he can to get damage on. He used a drop shot. I think he might have used it on the player inside of the info. We didn't get to see where he used it, but he does no longer have a rocket in his pocket to try to use here to stop Fury One from coming back into this.
You see him trying to get aggressive. One down's going to come through. Still 2 more players while he's full red, trying to minimize those options. But Detox trying to save the day. Rushies goes down. Detox does too much. He gets shut down as well. Fury One gain control of a possible 40 seconds, and you're going to see this lead once again in this game change hands.
It's going to be Rise once again having a fight from behind. We take a look at the stat line. Inzem having a bit of a rough first game, but a lot of players having a bit of a rough first game. As back and forth as it is, 177, 183. Rise doesn't want to allow Fury One to get up over that 200-point marker early and often, but there's going to be coming the kills. Inzem's going to look for one more. They break the meat shield. They don't hit the second shot, and Toady picks up a secondary meat shield. Inzem chunked out, and there's enough time on that hill for Fury One to secure the 200-point marker, but Rushy, so he's already by himself at the next hill, waiting with bated breath for both of the players from Fury One to try to push back into this. Aim boot, Ventry, top side of the stairs. It looks like Ventry's trying to rotate over to that juice, and opposite side of the map, Rise has another 2-2.
Vex is just hot on his heels, trying to alleviate that pressure. Jalad gets flashed, gets staggered back. He has some help there along the way as they're trying to get that go-ahead elimination. Vexy is going to fall. Detox is kept busy so deep into the spawn. He's going to get traded out. Luckily for Rise, though, they were at least able to get one onto aim boot before everybody fell.
Jalad with the kill there. Drop shot on his back as well. 63 seconds to go. Drop loaded. Drop aim. Detox trying to just bait it out. There it goes. He'll take the kill. Take the death, as a matter of fact. That's what I mean. Both will come out. Vexies will try to get an angle there onto Jalad. I'm surprised he didn't try to mark him, but he is just going to push back up after a moment. He's not in the neutralization position. Now he is. They will try to get shots onto both of those players. Flash out over the top, 187, 207. A little bit of a differential right now. Shots over the top. Rushes can't find the kill. But Fury One is finding all of the kills right now around the hill. They've done a fantastic job, and they are now back in the driver's seat. They are going to get a decent lead here going into P3. That Shock is going to be up at 5, and Detox is going to be chased off.
Rushy trying to be the hero. That's going to be a big trade, but Detox goes right back in to get shut down by Jalad, who gets rewarded with the shock grenade, trying to extend across the map. Because you know as well as I do, next hill is just 20 seconds away, and Rise, they cannot contest for that trash time. They got to start solidifying themselves deep into the spawn, and that's where you see a Vexy's at. Some help is along the way in the form of Detox and Inzem over that window. And Rushies, he's going to be watching that backside. This information that is being gathered right Rise is going to be so important of how they defend.
It's going to be Detox up top toward the ATM. Shots out toward Toady at the bottom side of the map. Not going to be able to get a ton of damage onto him just yet. They're going to be looking for that next angle. 3 players outside for Fury One, looking to push back against Rise. Rise has one inside of the info. Jalad tagged up, front side of the info, drops a flash at his feet. Now it's going to be Ventry jumping in. Vexi's going to get caught between a rock and a hard place. He's going to go down. Rise goes out the front door. They're going to try to find one. They're going to find 2 instead. This is going to be Ventry hiding at the cubby corner. He's going to get the first shot onto Detox. Detox misses, but Inzem comes out from behind. They 2v1 him. Now they got to rotate back into the hill, try to help out Rushies. He's already down and dead. Fury One with 2 players in the hill. Rise with 2 players just outside. 1v1 in the middle of the map. Over control over the drop shot. This is going to be up to Toady. Toady's got to worry about the respawn of Rushies. Rushies is going to get Lancer damage onto him. He goes to the top side of that cover. Beautiful shot by Vexies. Now flown at by Ventry. Ventry slides into his right hand. He gets shot on. Vexies will have the new drop, and they need these 40 seconds. They got to start getting back into this one, Jacob.
Come with me.
I love that. I love that. Right now with the drop, though, this is going to be a make or break drop. It may not necessarily break them, but it's going to be an opportunity for Rise to make things happen as Vexies has a chance. He needs to be able to save it for this next hill, not on the defensive end, and that's why you see him rotating to the bottom portion of the map. Toady hiding in the corner. He has to be spotted out by Detox, and he takes a little time, but finally they're going to figure out where Toady is at, but help is on the way. Jalad, he's trying to go in and save it, so that's going to be a trade. Vexy's still alive, but they're trying to hunt him down. They know he has the drop shot, and they know he's a target, and they do. They take him down, but Rushies once again trying to save the day, not only getting one, but getting back-to-back downs to save a Vexies and the drop shot.
It's going to be Toady up top, looking down to the bottom middle of the map where the next hill will spawn. 1v1 on the right side, 1 by Rise. Rise now with the top side of the map. Verticality coming in. 2 players here by the hill of Vexies. Stood up next to Detox. Middle of the map is Inzem. Inzem's going to try to challenge out toward Toady, but Inzem's going to get lancered out by Aim Boot. Drop shot is about to be used in just a moment. Shot on by Toady. Only gets rid of the meat shield. Got to use that one a little bit earlier. The drop shot has been picked a ton of times by Rise. It has not had the efficacy that they would like, my man. They have not gotten the efficiency out of that bad boy that I'm sure they would love to see.
Nice target selection right there. Detox backtracking. Knows that Toady's well on his way, but with that first shot being landed, they're trying to finish up, keep it teetering in their favor, but that's going to be a trade as Inzem goes down elsewhere. 2v2 on the hill, but no, Ventry comes out of nowhere. This is their chance to sandwich and take control yet again. That's going to be a big kill. Flank will continue. Back-to-back Ventry goes with the help of Jalad, but Rushy's doing what he can as well, knowing a contest has to come through because 19 seconds is all it needed for Fury 1 to take the map.
Fury 1 trying to hold on, trying to get this map 1 against Rise. Flash is out, neutralization in. Rise trying to slow it down. 14 seconds left. Detox gets shot over the top. Now the stun comes out. Toady, full red. 9 seconds left. Fury 1 in the hill. Win a 3v1. They can get this done. They got 8 seconds to go. Detox bounces in. Opposite side. It's Rushman once again trying to play savior. Meat shield, revive, kills come through. Hill is in favor. Got to hold on to about 7 seconds or so. But as well, they got to rotate over to the Pergola.
They're bending that time right now. It's only a couple of seconds. Not going to be a winnable situation. And you see Toady going down low, not stepping into the hill, possibly waiting for the shock grenade as well. That's going to be a huge tool for their success. You see everybody lining up on the side of Rise. We've seen them come back before, but can they do it again?
Shot on.
The top.
Neutralization out. Aim boot goes down. Points in for Rise. 53 seconds really to win this one by the time I say this. Now looking less than 50. Flash will go out toward the cinema, but Rushman will have another one. I wonder if that was a baiting flash, trying to see if he thinks that there's only one and he might push up, but he throws a second one to get the stun. Rushman has great position right here. Anybody that pushes up, the first player to push up, he's going to use that drop on. The longer that they're alive, the better. Here it comes. Bang goes the dynamite. 2 players in. Rise can step back in now safely. Neutralization in. Inzem shot over the top. Rush is going to step out, try to get 1 kill. Does get it. Toady's going to back on off. Toady's going to have to rotate out.
This is winnable. This is winnable for Rise on this hill. It's winnable for both of these rosters, but Rise has been almost perfect so far. Denying entry. Toady going down yet again. Revive's going to come through, but Ventry sacrifices himself. So much damage being dealt by Rise. Team kill coming out. Inzem gets dropped. Revive back up. The downs left, right, and center. It's all up to Jalad. Rise, can they complete the comeback? Barring any miracles or heroic plays, they deny every single opportunity. They take map number 1 with a huge comeback.
2 maps in a row. Fury 1 has had a commanding lead. 2 maps in a row. Fury 1 has given up the comeback. Rushies plays out of his absolute mind. His noggin must be empty because his mind has been played out on a field. Rise leads our losers finals 1-0, and they will take that lead into execution. Map number 2. Jacob, did anything particularly stand out to you other than maybe Rushy's just heroics time and time again?
I think one of the biggest things right now was just the overall power weapon control from Rise, because you saw Rushies again and again, whether his team was getting it with him or not, was making sure that he had the drop shot in his hands. They were able to kind of control the map very, very late in the game. You saw a huge lead for Fury 1 early on, and Rise slowly but surely was able to claw back into it. As long as Rise keeps it close up until the mid game, they'll always be able to turn it on, and that's exactly what they did yet again. These teams need to be able to close out these games because a map ending like that just gave Rise more energy. It just gave them more life going into the next couple maps.
More life indeed. Rushies, I mean, a lot of these highlights are going to be Rushies just doing the best possible job to keep his team in a game. Time in and time out, you see him get kill after kill, double kills, revives. My man's getting meat shield. I mean, Rushman said, do I got to do it by myself? Do I got to go fight Danny alone? Because I'll do it. I'll figure out a way to get in there. He damn sure tried to make sure that they did it. I mean, I love that shot, by the way, by Rush. He's just holding that shot, waiting for that player to land to be able to really tally up a full spread on him. just an incredible highlight reel performance by Rushies in this map one. Another thing that stands out to me greatly is early on, Fury 1, they wolfpacked pretty heavily throughout the map, and then they had such a commanding lead. They started taking kind of unnecessary 1v1s, kind of unnecessary fights around the map, especially toward the end. Everybody was extraordinarily far away from one another, and they don't come away with a victory. And that just tells me that that's, I hate to say, that's got to be nerves, Jacob, to get that far away from your original game plan that quickly. Something's got to be going on.
No, I got to agree with you. And you got to keep thinking back to what I'm saying. It's these young guns in Fury 1. They played lights out in championship form for the past 2 days, but you have to play great for 3 straight days, especially on Championship Sunday, because a lot of these teams who make it here, which is only 4, all have equal chance at crowning themselves champions. We saw the Pioneers fall early on, Fury 1 fall to PK, who's waiting in the finals, and now they still have to figure out a way to pick themselves back up, because back-to-back control losses, while you have a lead, Colin, there is something exponentially wrong when it comes late into this game. I used to think when it's a Latin American team, they used to want it so bad. I'm beginning to think the same here for Fury 1.
Yeah, they're just pressing. That might be what it is they're just pressing a little bit too hard, trying to come away with a victory. We're going into Tomb now. Tomb is going to be a Rise map pick, and that scares me because of how good Rise has been all weekend long on Tomb.
Exactly.
They're going to have to come up with some strategies. I think earlier somebody made the joke. It was Taylor. Taylor, during our first matchup, made the joke when he said, why didn't Pioneers reach into the playbook? And all of a sudden, Taylor goes, they don't have an affinity. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, damn, I don't know who for Fury 1's going to be an affinity. Who's going to be able to draw up stats like that or strats like that, excuse me. Who's going to be able to go for those overloads? If Fury 1 goes base after base, Affinity will find a way to call out a wrinkle, call out a new play that'll either upset the balance, force Fury 1 to rotate late into a fight. It'll be something that they're not used to, that they're going to get thrown at, and now they're going to lose around. They might lose 2 in a row because Affinity throws another one right back after that to try to get them back in the lead or back into the game, whatever it may be. So Tomb's a scary map for me. I'm not sure if we're going to see Fury 1 come out of this with a victory, but I think they have to have it. They go down 0-2 in this series. I mean, you might as well start building the coffin. You might as well call the Undertaker, old Mark Calloway, say, look, we need a double size one to throw all 4 bodies in.
Yeah, and I like the way you're kind of bringing up Affinity, because that's something that I think that goes unnoticed a lot, because you've seen a lot of these, championship teams, the Pioneers, for example, they lose 2 of their great coaches that they worked with along the way, and they lost the passion, and that's something that happens. Sometimes you bring a coach in for strategy. Sometimes you bring a coach in for call-outs, and other times it's just straight accountability.
There you see it on the map. Fury 1, they've played this map 3 times. They're 1-2. Rise, they're 3-2, having played it 5 times with a little bit better first blood percentages. But remember, first blood ain't always the everything. You can always get that extra kill. You can always get that trade out kill with that somebody special right there in the middle of the map. So it's always those reset first bloods that I look for, those rotational first bloods. Aimboot's going to try to pressure out against Rushies. Alexis is going to realize he's going to be tagged up heavy at the 45. Aimboot goes for another wrap shot. But that is going to be Jalid killing himself again with the torque bow. I believe he went down after revving it up and just dropped it at his feet. Venturing knows that it's all over with, but the Crying and Jacob MVPR. We are right back where we left off. Rise wins round number 1.
Yep, and you can see, you talked about him killing himself with the torque bow. Look at the damage right now from Inzum. 0-0, 3 straight assists, over 800 damage. That's why he was killing himself, because Inzum just kept his eye on the prize. He knew Rushies and Detox were going to be able to handle that one person pushing up. He trusted in his teammates, and that's exactly what trust looks like.
Second round coming out. Toadie's going to pick up the shock grenade. Aimboot's going to go in for the pick there on the torque bow. He's going to get it into his hands. Lancer damage is going to be out, but a big old back A from Ja. Little shutdown Rushy. Trade out kill on the opposite side of the map by Detox. Rotationally over. Ja has to worry about Inzem challenging toward him. 2 big shots on, looking for a third, but he hits the reaction shot. Chunk of Xy's down. Everybody out. Fury 1 answer right back 1-1.
Only thing better than Fury 1 winning that round and trying to stop the momentum is they did it running a very, very similar strategy. Going and showing the Rise that we are not scared. And you see the damage coming out from Ventry, the difference from the rest of the team. They're knowing how to play into that hot hand right now.
Taking a look at this next round, see what they do. This is going to be Fury 1, Rise, map number 2. Rise up 1-0 in maps, tied up 1-1 in rounds. Rushies to the bottom side of the map. Avexis and Inzem trying to come into the fight a little bit late. This will be Avexis coming in late. He's going to get angled out. He's going to get back 8 out. Rushies trying to get a single shot to land. Can't get it. Beautiful job there by Jalad, saving his teammate once again. Rise lose 2 players early. The Torque Bow misses Inzem in the middle of the map. He's caught between a rock and a hard place. All 4 players from Fury 1. Detox finds the long shot. Hasn't been able to get a single solitary hit marker with it yet. Body shot onto Ventry, but that's not what you want. You needed a heady there, baby. And Fury 1, they went back-to-back rounds.
And I like that that little bit of a switch up coming out from Fury 1. Instead of matching that position with Inzem, they stayed at the top of the steps. They made Avexis a focus, and that's how they were able to get so much damage and get that down very, very early on. So I'm going to be looking at Rise in this round, Colin. I'm going to be looking at them to switch something up, whether if it's the overall strategy or the minute details in between.
Coming into this next round, we're going to see the 2v2 at the bottom side of the map. Lancer angles out. This is going to be the smoke and the flash in by Avexis. He's stunned. Gets double shot over the top. He goes down once again. First blood in for Fury 1. They are thirsty. They are hungry. They are ravenous right now for Rise. A 3v4 on the map for Rise, but we're going to be on back with Jalad. Trying to protect that Torque Bow player. Aim boot as he gets out with the first shot off. Won't be able to get anybody with the first tag. Detox, no pick on the long shot just yet.
Ooh, there goes the down. That's going to allow the distraction for him to pick up the sniper and try to get a crack at it. Lands the body shot. You can see the focus is there. Aim boot almost going down, trying to go for that Torque Bow. High risk, would have been high reward if he was able to get it. Revs up the second one, unable to connect. Only has 1 more Torque Bow left in the quiver, and that's why you're going to see him save it. Save it to where Rise possibly gets it down or ends up in a situation where he can flush that player out of cover.
Fury 1 rotate to the top side of the map as well as Rise. Toady will be here on the right-hand side trying to hide his number, just look for somebody. No rev just yet on the Torque Bow. Detox probably should have gone for that pick a few seconds ago, but he's a little late on the uptick, but he still gets them off. 4v3 now. Rushies tries to attack Aim Boot to keep the Torque Bow out of the fight. Gets the back A over the top of the cover on Aim Boot. That's a big headshot. That ties it up, knots it up. 3v3.
Super rush at it again. But I believe the overtime hill is going to be at the sniper. You see that 1v1 down low, Rushies versus Ventry. Ventry does have a little bit of advantage in the form of that flash grenade. But up top, it's going to be Inzem and Detox. Detox does have that sniper, though, so he does have the ability to push these players out of cover, to intimidate them, to kind of do what he wants. But that shock grenade is definitely going to come in handy at overtime.
5 seconds left. No shock thrown by just yet, but now both of them out, blocking off the entry point for both teams. Headshot attempt by Detox, won't find anybody. Rushies trying to rotate to the front side of the hill, won't be able to get any damage there. Hill is up, 4 players fighting over it. Rise is going to throw out some fragmentation grenades. Inzem gets 1, there's the kill, there's the double cap, and Rise 2-2 on the board.
Cody was right there, knocking on the hill for the reset. Doesn't get let in. Rushy's doing a good job staying alive on the other side of the map, though. Because you see in the mini-map there for a few seconds, Toady and Ventry tried to make Rushy's a target, and as soon as they kept their eyes off the overtime hill, that's where Inzem and Detox moved up. Perfect plays, and it's just quick acting from Rise.
Rise very successful in the overtime situation there. Double shocks picked up. Detox is going to be a little full reds. Toady goes for the slide in, gets meleeed, taken down. 2v3 though on the map is once again Rise loses Avexis and Rushies. Detox goes for the pick on the long shot and gets it off. Got to have a headshot sooner or later. He's got to be able to even up the odds here with at least a single kill with that long shot. Is not getting the same advantage that he had a few rounds ago.
Like that, I do believe he might have picked up, and I want to say an extra shock, but I think he might have come back for his flash. Just as I look at the inventory, it is going to be an extra flash grenade. Inzem does have those frags.
Heyo!
Head-to-head shot. This has just become doable because the frags will get players out of cover. Sniper, body shot, and then Inzem to follow up on that. Aim boot has to go big, just like I'm looking at Detox and Inzem too.
I like Ventry's position here. I think Ventry's trying to be a little sneaky beaver. He's trying to be a little, he's trying to be like a little rush man in Gears 4. He's trying to make sure you don't know where he's at any given time. Aim boot. Holding on to that Torque Bow. Active in as well. This is going to be the interesting thing. Will he be able to get the active to land onto Detox? Detox. Mid lane portion. There's the rev up. Miss. That's a huge miss. Can't do that. No sirree.
Location as well. Now Detox knows exactly where to look in this situation. Relaying that information to Inzum is going to be crucial. Another missed torque bow, another missed opportunity from Aimboot as he starts that rotation overtime in 15 seconds to where Fury 1 does have decent control over that hill.
Torque bow. Oh, the back A by Detox missed. He was trying to get a little fancy dancy there. Wasn't able to get it to go. Inzum's left in a 2v1, gets that damaging shot on, but gets torqued out. That'll be the round. Fury 1 take the lead yet again, 3-2.
Good job from Fury 1 after that last map. Really giving up not only the lead, but the map when they only needed 7 seconds left to come back onto Tomb and play like it never happened. These young guys are still up for the challenge. And I think they're giving Rise such a good fight here on Tomb. And looking at the strategy right now, not much is going to change. Both teams still vying for that torque, but the difference is where Inzum is positioned. He's able to get into that cubby first and start to put out that damage.
A lot of flashbangs go out yet again. Rushes is trying to play back, trying to challenge out against Aimboot. He's going to try to push into that back middle cover. Damage out by both teams. Nobody getting it down just yet, but I believe Rise is all full health, whereas Rushes is getting half health. Now he's getting tagged up, down to 47. Avex has got to be a little bit smarter here. They got to be a little bit better about playing for their life in this situation. Detox with the long shot up top. Jolly can keep his eyes on torque. I was surprised that Detox didn't try to rotate back early enough to try to get a look at the player going for the torque bow, but I think he might have been a little too concerned with the toady in front of him.
The torque bow is going to be wasted onto Inzum, so Jal needs to figure out what he's going to do now as his options are running thin as a body shot's going to be connected from Detox onto Toady. Quick rotations for both of these players. Overtime will be at the top side of the map, and with frag grenades being up, this is a position to be fought for.
Inzum with a shock. Toady moves into that front left pillar. Torque bow out by Jolid. Jolid moving up now. Splash damage into Detox. Shot over the top. Not able to find that one, but he finds the heady on a Jolid. Torque bow at the ground. Doesn't find Toady's kill, but Toady answers back with a heady with a torque bow. Long shot on the ground. Aimboot answering from the backside. 2v1 over here. They got to get that kill quickly. Shock grenade lands. Nobody's able to pick up the frags. Ventry backside of that tomb, but Toady now has the long shot. He's got 4 bullets as well. He's got everything he needs. There's going to be a Vex. He's trying to go on a little flank here. He's going to get called out. Toady might look for this angle. He's got to get that shock. He's got to use that shock back up top to keep his teammate from getting 2v1. This is that angle. Inzum trying to push in. There's the shock deep past the tomb. The down on the Ventry is in. The revive is through. Inzum chunked out in the shock. Fury 1, they come back from the dead. They rise up 4-2 and are sending Rise down in map 2.
I don't know if Detox knew Toady was in that cover with the sniper. I gotta imagine so, because he went for the World Star play and he paid for it. And with him going down, giving up that sniper, basically giving up the round, and you talk about Toady, the legacy, what he's been able to do a lot of the teams, and this is another example of why you probably put him in your Mount Rushmore.
I mean, that man's got to be up there somewhere. Let's see Aimboot coming to the front middle. They're going to try to go for a different strategy. 2 players pressure out toward the long shot. Toady gets it away for free. Torque bow revving from Avexi's. Heady on there, and Toady answers right back. He said, sit down and listen up. I'm the best sniper. I don't give a what. God dag almighty. Inzum's going to get double downed, and Detox last alive.
Torque bow in the hands. As Detox is trying to minimize his movements, hide his position so he can get a sneaky elimination here. Probably bring it down to a 1v1 scenario. As you say, Aimboot going deep into spawn, following close by Toady here. I think they know in this situation, it's stay hip to hip, hunt him down little by little. He doesn't have any power weapon, doesn't have anything really, and if he's gonna grab it, it's gonna come at a sacrifice of giving up his position as they're going around collecting everything under the sun, and every utility, every frag they take off the map is a hope and a chance they're taking away from Detox.
I'd like to see him try to get inside of the tomb before they find out that he's there. You can see him both going to the far opposite side of the map. He's got to push up. He's got to get inside of that tomb, but now that he knows where their positioning is, Toady, I think, now has 2 shock grenades, and Aimboot has 2 fragmentation grenades. Guys, You don't need an
Let's
arsenal,
torpedo.
okay? You don't need the whole.
Sniper.
You don't need everything. They're gonna go back and pick up the respawn on the snipe and the torque bow. Watch, they're gonna wait for it. Look at my man walking. Look at my man walking. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Shock grenade comes out. I think that's a brilliant shock because I think he might get the chance for the call out.
Like the character,
Yeah,
making
the
some
yell.
sort of
Shocker
audio animation or
popper.
whatever. Yeah, right now they're playing it slow, playing it steady. Frag grenade's still out, both of them. That one's gonna be dished. Detox position's gonna be given up. Shock grenade is out. Overtime is going to start here in a few seconds, but that's neither here nor there. As Toady connects with a headshot. Fury won 3 straight rounds in a row, and that momentum, the comeback Rise was able to do, has been shut down dead.
Rise now must be perfect for 4 straight rounds on Tomb. This is an incredible position that Fury 1 has found themselves in. They just look to try to continue this momentum, make it 1-1 going into the last 3 maps, and make it a best 3. Smoke is going to come out. They go back to the well, back down to the torque bow. Aim boot jumps over the top. He's going to try to flank it on the Rushies. This is the first shot. Rushies is going to try to get away through the smoke. Tries to hit that shot around the cup. He won't be able to get it. He's going to get lanced out. He gets taken down. Jolly with a torque bow. Tries to get a little pot shot. Won't be able to get his full red down now. And dead. Rise. They're still alive. It's 5-3. 3 straight more rounds to be perfect.
Everyone just needs to shake it off. Mistakes will happen. You just won 3 straight rounds in a row. You can't let the jitters get to you. You got to be able to close this one out. It's going to be a huge match right now. Map, I should say, for Fury 1, because the tying the series up means so much. Instead, if you lose this, you give up all the confidence. You give up a map lead like ever before to Rise, who kind of fuels themselves with the confidence. Once they get on a roll, it's hard to stop them.
Rise still fighting in this one. Torque bow, long shot picked up. Both power weapons are going to try to be used. Inzem with the long shot here for his squadron. Toady's going to be tagged up pretty heavily. Challenged on this side of the map. He tries to answer back. Fragmentation grenades in the hands of Detox. Inzem just kind of peering around the map right now. And curious, he's going to give this over to Avexis, or is he going to hold on to the long shot? Are we going to get to see Inzem with the scope here? And it looks like they're going to do that. I mean, Jay's playing back out toward the spawn. He said, look, brother, you got it. I got faith in you, okay? You got it. And then he's going to miss one. He's going to be like, here, give it to me real quick. Hold up. Hold up. Just let me have
Get that stick. Yo, pass me the rock, bro. pass me the rock.
Yep.
The wig stick right now. The broomstick.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
My bad. I just forgot how right now. Because when you play like default in it, it's not, even though it shows X on your screen, it's not X. So he was probably confused there for a moment.
He was like, hey,
it's A button.
Hey man, you want to give it? You want to just let me have that real quick? Just bring it over.
He's like, I'm trying. I'm trying. It won't leave my hands. It's glued.
You ever asked your little brother for something, man? Because I tell you, I know what it's like because I'm a little brother. Every time I'd ask my big brother for something, he'd be like, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to get it.
I got this.
That's right.
Nah, I got it. Don't worry.
I can do it, man. I can do it, baby. 25 seconds left. Torque bow might be respawning here in a minute, but I don't know if they play for a secondary one. Aim boot playing in through the spawn. This is going to be Avexis up top. Might look for the up A here out of aim boot. Bouncing around. Clickety-clack goes the long shot. No shot back. That's going to be the body on of entry. Inzem goes super wide. Flash out over the top. Aim boot still pretty healthy. Shots down. Only one player from Rise threatening toward the overtime hill. Going to come out. There's going to be 30 seconds. Oh, my gentle Jesus. That is a headshot and a half with that torque bow. Detox going to get shot in the back into the hill. Jolly trying to push in. Detox had the wrong gun out. Detox had the wrong gun out. Up to Inzem. It's all over. It's all over. Rise goes down 6-3 in map number 2. And that is 1-1. Jacob MVPR. This losers finals just got knotted up. Just got that much closer. And it ain't over, baby. There's still 3 maps to play. If you want to find out who's going into grand finals to face the Pittsburgh Knights, you better not leave your setup because we'll be right back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gears Summer Major Championship Sunday. Losers Finals. We are now knotted up. We are headed into a map 3 with a tie score of 1-1. Fury 1 looking to guarantee, not possibility, guarantee our first ever LATAM champion. Rise, they're looking to play upset. They go into a map 3 trying to come back after a beatdown on Tune.
I just got chills. I just got chills hearing you say like an all LATAM championship match. I just got the chills. Even though I have Rise taking the series overall, I would love nothing more than an all Latin American championship. But I want to give mi hermano, I want to give my brother what he wants most. He wants to go toe-to-toe with Rushies. He wants Rise to be able to take the series. And they're going to have to dig deep. That execution was looking a little sloppy. The start of that control looking a little sloppy. So I got to ask you, Colin, what does Rise need to do here on map number 3 to clean up all the mistakes of the past?
They got to stop taking Fury 1 for granted. They stopped that about halfway through map 1. They were able to come back in that map and defeat them. On map 2, they kept going brute strength against brute strength. They kept taking them for granted. We saw earlier in the highlight reel, Detox go for a back A headshot with the long shot. There's a time to take that shot, and there's a time to leave that shot in the bag. When you're in a 2-2, when you're down in rounds, it's a time to leave that shot in the bag. Try to get that back A with an Asher. Try to guarantee that kill and help your teammate in the 2v1 later on in that overtime hill situation. We move into Vasgar. It's a pretty big map here for Rise. They're pretty good at it. Fury 1's pretty decent at it as well. Toadi's played Vasgar, played Escalation a hell of a lot in his career. But they need to win it here. They need to be able to take the momentum and try to force Rise to play back-to-back perfect maps. I had to take off the jacket. It got a little too hot in here for me. This matchup's a little too close for anybody's liking because you're not getting a definitive winner. You're getting both these teams putting everybody on the bricks.
Yeah, and I love this map because Rushies has a chance right here, especially after losing that last map, to take over yet again. He draws so much attention in these 1v1 spots. And Fury 1 playing so heavily in a lot of the teamwork, the Lancers, the Cross, making sure that they have all the help in the world and making the dreams of the Latin American region possibly come true here. So I'm going to need to see something big, a lot of teamwork coming out from Rise, because once they start using that teamwork and making it a focal point, that'll make it to where Rushies can really do whatever he wants, play into the teamwork or continue to do just that, rush things.
Jacob, I know you saw Blaze's hand for the last moment there, fanning me off because I said it was getting too hot in here, but it tells me that Blaze might not understand physics a little bit, because if you take something already hot as hell like Blaze is and put it in something else as hot as Hades, it's just gonna make it hotter. Blaze, you can't be that good. Look at all the goddamn time walking into every room making it 3,400 degrees in here. I could have boiled an egg on the ground when you walked in.
That's hot. That's hot. You know, I mean, I took off my jacket too. I was beginning to sweat. This one definitely heated up in the blink of an eye as Ventry and Fury 1, they're going to be forced back, but at least they have Toady and the neutral to fall back on. But that's also going to be an interesting sight because, see, they're going traveling back through the spawn. They're going to wait for these players to spawn back up with fresh utility before they try to take C back.
Here comes Aim Boot, backside of the ledge. They're going to get the down onto Toady. Toady trying to answer back. Two teammates with him off of respawn. Pretty big fight. They need a neutralization in quick, but the damage from Rise is pretty steep right now. Inzen with another down into Jolid. Toady tries to run away. He's going to try to skedaddle over to A. He was full red. They've lost at least one player personnel. Ventry's going to have a 1v1 here against Rushies. Rushies now might need a little bit of help as he loses the damage advantage, but he is into the B hill for the retake. Take a look at Toady running across the map. My man said, I'm going to go everywhere. I'm a marathon man right now.
Marathon, not a race as well. This is going to be a long last two series, losers finals, then the eventual grand finals, which turns into a best-of-9 series. Ventry gets dropped. Numbers are too much as Rushies and Inzen working in tandem. They're forcing Jolid back, who's already full red. 140 to 75 and counting. The score has been doubled up. So Fury 1, fresh off the respawn, they're going to have to dig deep. It's almost going to force a triple neutralization out.
Yeah, they're up 165 to 85. They're going to continue to keep that score lead in their favor. Aim Boot pressing up to the arrivals, playing around all that luggage. The flash grenade goes out, and he's going to be denied by TSA. Avexi says, no, sir, not today. You can't come through this entryway. It's going to be 3v2 now on that side of the map. Maybe Jolid tries to rotate over and get himself into this engagement, but Rise is set up pretty defensively well. This will be a triple neutralization situation, as you called out earlier, as it's going to be a 1v1 at B, 3v3 here at A. Lancer damage in by Avexis, finally gets one down. Jalid goes for the single shot kill there on the wrap shot, but on the opposite end of the map, Inzem, he's trying to take his advantage. They wrap up A, it's all over with, but the crying Inzem, though, he said, you lucky. Boy, you lucky that round ended.
He would have got
it. Oh, my God. He was coming at him.
Oh, my.
Look at me, goalie. He said like that. He's lucky.
It's probably one of those moments when the round ends and you're expecting it and he just stops. You're like, what just happened? He's like, oh, okay, we won. Okay, we won. That's just as good. That's just as good as Botox coming down. You know as well as I do, that's the standard on the side of Rise. But Fury 1, ready to get things interesting rather quick, hovering over the neutral hill. And no, it's not the tank. They put it over towards E. They drop that sniper down and telling Rise, come fight us.
Taylor Reflections Noble, shout out one time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got that long shot to play around with now at the helicopter. Smoke grenade out. Detox going to hang back behind that pillar. Inzem pushing up to the double boxes. They're going to go to the arrivals, try to take a 2v1. Toadi's coming to add himself to the fight, but he's just a little too late. Gets taken right off. Jalid Lancer down. Rushy's in a 1v1 for the round. Take him, Rush. Take him, Rush, man. Let's see what you got, baby. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm running around. I'm running
Sprinkle that sauce on him right now. Make it hard for Aimboot. He's getting crossed out. He needs the decap. They're going to get it. They're going to get it and sent back to the Shadow Realm regardless. Toady gets dropped. Aimboot gets denied. Jalid doesn't even get a chance in Rise. They're waking up. 2 straight rounds in a row on escalation.
I almost Spartan kicked the stool, my man. When Rushy's hitting with that up, I just almost let that thing have it. I was going to kick that thing halfway across the broadcast room. My God, that hurt me. 0-5, 0-4, 0-3. 0-5. How the hell you got an assist? Did they give you one for shooting one of your teammates when Rise took you out? What in the blue hell? Somebody, get me goalie. Give me an answer. Give me an answer how that man got an assist right now. Ain't nobody got a damn kill. What's he assisted? He takes some water to one of his teammates, wiped off his forehead, say, you sweat, baby?
Right, Rushies did die somewhere. That's all I really got to say, Colin. But nobody, like you said, got the credit, got the elim. Jalid has the down, trying to go for yet another one. He's going to be able to clean that one up. Finally, a couple of players of Rise will fall as Fury 1 have the initial they're looking for, but Toady gets dropped. They're trying to even up the score by the hand of Avexis himself, who gets the sniper in hand, or that's actually going to be the retro before he gets dropped. Hill is going to trade over. Triple cap domination if Fury 1 wants to take it.
Looking for the challenge here. Detox, Jalid, big 1v1 at the A-Hill. B-Hill secured pretty heavily by Fury 1. Jalid's going to get tagged up by the snub. He's going to bounce on out with his life intact. Meanwhile, Inzem playing backside of the tank. Back A-ing it out like he never has before, but he gets 3v1. That's a hard fight, baby. That's a hard ask. Let's take a look at where Aimboot goes with that long shot. At the ledge, looking for the heady across the map. Sees one player off a respawn. That's Rushman taking out Venture. He going hunting now, Jacob. He going hunting.
He's alleviating that pressure. You see him fake the push up, forcing that player back, and then he backtracks. Now Aimboot almost, I wouldn't say he doesn't know where to go, but now he's forced to make a rotation because everybody on Rise are keeping their numbers hidden. They're keeping him guessing right now as he takes that middle position, teetering back and forth. That information from Toady and Ventry is going to be vital. An opportunity there is not going to be taken by Aimboot as he continues to rotate. And all this rotation is just giving Rise the lead.
3 players stacked up at the C-Hill. Big headshot onto Avexis as he throws the flashbang. Inzem body shot in the back, gets Lancer down. He's out. Once again, Rushman versus Jalid at the B-Hill. Rushman got to be a little secure in his play. Back A out. Won't be able to get that one. Jalid will get a back A to go. When the first round on the board for Fury 1 is very close to coming in contact, especially after that headshot from Aimboot. 2-1.
From the tank. I didn't even see that angle. I didn't even see that he had the sniper in hand there for that moment. It's a good job from Fury 1. Once again,
who else
really.
See it?
Who? Oh my God, I fell for it. As soon as I said who, I knew exactly what you were going to say.
Eyeballs.
Oh my God,
gotta have a working eyeball set to be able to see some. Yes, it is.
He gave him a fresh haircut right now. Might not be the one he wanted. That's why Vexy gonna come
I ain't
back
seen
and
no
get his money
haircut.
back from
I
the barber
saw
this round.
shoulders. I saw shoulders. My man, like, you can see, like, the gullet. The gullet, man. That's what you can see.
Inson's gonna be put down. Retro is gonna be upgraded. They're still trying to make a play for that sniper. And do you think the momentum has shifted after that last round of Fury 1, or they still got to get another crack at it?
They got to win another round from this side of the map because, you know, you'd think you'd have the advantage having the elevation, especially now with the Retro. Detox went in for a little pick there on the long shot, but doesn't get it off. Toady now with the Retro trying to look for the angle here. 3 players from Rise stacked up over there. The 4th player from Rise went on a flank. Rushman went through the middle of the map, and I don't want to say he got shut down, but, like, you got to open something up to get shut down. Hey, yo, Inzem, just a man on a mission. Can't misroll in front of that man because he a bad man. Jalid, he'll find the long shot. He's going to get shot from behind. And that's going to be Rush. He's pushing him forward onto the box, and he goes down. Does he have the long shot on his back? That's going to be the big question.
Shotty out.
Yeah,
doesn't get traded out. No reward for you, Avexis. Inzem hiding behind the cover, misses the crucial shot onto Toady. He's gonna get shut down. Avexis gonna get chased down as well. He gets marked out. Rush trying to lend that helping hand. At least at the very minimum for Rise, that neutral hill will change hands, but a couple more seconds. Inzem with a fresh respawn, trying to be the saving grace for Avexis, and I do believe he got there just in the nick of time.
Lancer Fire is going to spring out here. Smokes and Flash is getting thrown left, right, and center. Downs coming through. The revive's in. Not going to be able to get a revive on the opposite end. And it's going to be up maybe to Avexis. The triple cap domination. Almost ticking through. Rushman saving the day. Being over at the A-Hill. Keeping it neutralized out. 99 to 122. 1 point for 1 point per second here. Fury 1 sends 1 player to B, 2 players over to the A-Hill with a 3rd player trying to trap out over at the A. Rushman gets singled out. And it's once again 4v3 on the map with Inzem being the only one at the home hill.
Trying to cap the hill because it takes them longer to continue to move forward. They have to make that decision. And they're going to decide to kind of get that 2 hills underneath their belt once more. 1 for Rise, but you see they're going all the way around, but they got to be careful. Get a few seconds. Jalad's going to spawn up and be right behind them. So Detox and Avexis, it's important that they play together because right now they're going to be in a sandwich.
Inzem gets that new incendiary. This is going to be interesting because it's 2v2 over here at the arrivals. 1 in front, 1 behind. The 1 in front just died. They have a chance to cap up the A-Hill now. It's going to be C by itself. The only hill in favor of Fury 1. Looking to try to go 3-1. Detox is going to throw a flash toward Toady. Toady's going to back off now, trying to get to the area. He's going to get angled out. No chance for the kill. Ventry will jump off the hill. A-Hill left under contestation. It's going to be Rushman down. Aimboot gets one of Inzem, gets another. Trading out home hills yet again with the B-Hill going back over to Fury 1. I mean, Rise cannot find a solidified 2-1 hill advantage in this juncture.
See right now, though. Oh, they're looking for something. They're looking for that 2-1 that you're talking about. They're trying to go across the map. Ventry's going to get shut down. The neutral hill is going to change hands. You see the pressure. You see the minimap. Jalid, Toady are trying to make a go. They're trying to get the decap. A couple body shots are going to be hit. Reinforcements are well on the way for Avexis. The decap's going to be complete for Fury 1, but 3 versus 2, those are odds I'd take any day as Rise shuts it down and gets their home hill back. And finally, late in the game, better late than never, get that 2-1 and the possibility here in the round.
Yeah, they're going to get the neutralization at the home hill as well, and that will shut the round down. Rise will take the advantage 3-1. Inzem, I love that play. The aggressive play right through the middle of the map. He's going to get Lancer pretty heavily. Retro Lancer, that is. Almost down. He takes that cover. He knows that that player has to come at him. He has to try to kill him to continue to move forward in the map. Instead, he sets straight down and says, are you going to fight me or are you going to go back? And he ends up killing him off. But, I mean, it was just too little, too late. There's nothing he could do at that point.
And the thing to point out right now, and I'm a very big advocate of stats are not everything, Colin, you know, as well as I do, a support style player. I make sure that, you know, I'm putting out the damage for my team.
I thought you were a main slayer. You always tell me you're a main slayer.
I'm a support slayer. I'll switch it up, man. I can do what I want. But Ventry right now, 0-7-5. He's probably leaving a couple of those eliminations down on the ground, but Fury 1 is performing at its best when they're all out slaying. They're all winning their fights, and that donut right there is a little concerning.
Detox gets Jalid. Toady's going to try to take a 2v1. He gets taken down. Aimboot Gets out with a sniper rifle momentarily. Home the mid-neutral stretch for the side of Rise. Detox gets missed there. Trying to rotate over. I believe somebody coming through the middle of the map on the flank. There's going to be 2 players up into the spawn. They're going to try to get one shot chunk. They're going to get that first down. Can they get a second here? Aim boot goes down. Big back A on the, the up A by Inzem. Now it's a 2v1 on a Rushman. Rushman will go down and out. Rise sacrificed themselves off to the gods, basically, in an attempt to kill the long shot. They are successful in that, and I think that means it's all worth it. It's not all for naught since they got rid of the long shot.
And you can see right now that Fury 1, they're getting the decap, thinking that's enough. Trying to bait Rise in to go for the capture immediately after, thinking they left, and the bait is going to be taken. The downs are going to be picked up, but a well-placed smoke grenade to cloud the shots and cloud the numbers. Now Rushies knew he got a couple shots landed, trying to clean up the damage. The bait and switch is there. Now Inzem trying to be the tip of the spear. Perfectly placed flash to continue to separate the players of Fury 1, and they will all drop because of it. Toady falls. Jalad's going down. Ventry has to turn and run, and he's even getting chased down by multiple members of Rise who want to secure that second hill and keep hold of the lead.
One player rotates back. Aim boot waiting in the wings. Still sitting there. Detox doesn't see him. Good night. Say good night. Say it.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Adios, amigo.
Flash grenade to Vexies. Gets a shot on Aim boot. Aim boot backside of the max. He's going to be able to get some help here. 2 players coming into the box fight now, top side of the arrivals, trying to get shots onto Avexi's. Avexi's going to need a little bit of help in this situation. Rushes is going to get called down the middle. 2v2 here toward the arrivals. Jalad is going to get a ton of damage on the Detox. Detox tries to get that 45-degree angle. The revive comes out. Rise still falls, though, and that initial flank, that initial play, the last gasp over to that long shot, seemed to pay off, but it has turned the tides in favor of Fury 1. They're up in points and are only continuing their advantage. What did I just... How'd I hail both them?
He just slapped him.
I need both these dudes.
He just slapped him, bro. Back-to-back slap across the face with powder on his hand, leaving his mark on Fury 1 right now as their last hill is getting decapped. Ventry by himself. He's going to get shut down. Not even a chance to get inches to the hill. Rise will go up 4-1. One more round away from closing out map number 3 and taking a 2-1 lead.
Hi, my name is Colin, and I forgot that Playoff Lenny exists. He's a guy that will eventually start popping off and make everybody look absolutely silly. 14-7-9 with 13k damage, leading the lobby, leading his team. Ventry 0-10-6 with 10k damage. At least he's not got the least amount of damage. Toady hasn't really been able to get himself going. Only down to 9.8 there on the board, which is a word. That's a bigger worry to me than Ventry not having a kill at this point.
See, I disagree. I think Ventry's the bigger worry because Toady's the role player. He's the IGL. He's not the main slayer, while Ventry is one of those guys, and he has to prove that he is that guy. And Rushies is doing a good job. You talk about 0-10. He's going up against Rushies almost every single round as he's getting pushed up against yet again. Even with the high ground, Rushies showing that he is not scared. He's a champion, and he's ready to win his 3rd title this weekend.
I won't throw anything in this map because right now it's too good to start chucking stuff around the office, but Rushy's trying to challenge up on the backside. He's going to get that first down. Toady's going to have to rotate up to the top side of the stairs. Long shot in Toady's hands, really threatening with it right now. He's certainly not a franchise, but he's trying to make himself half a one out here, trying to be 50% of that legend. Still better than 100% of most people.
I was literally thinking that same thing. That's still a good player. Franchise
I swear
legend.
to God. Give me 25% of franchise, and I can still finish top 4. I swear to God. Swear to God.
I believe it. I believe it. You handles, Accels, and Zysho.
Let's go. Flash grenade out. Incendiary as well. Body shot connects. But Detox with a big kill on the aim boot. Now a down on a Jalad. Looking to the right side of this hill. They need to be able to get back into this because Detox will be able to get that big decap at E. Triple cap domination's about to get threatened. Ventry moves into the hill. 0-11 with 6 assists, but at Rise, they're going to play off. They're going to try to play for their lives here because they are dominating in the score lead. They are trying to win one more round, put Fury 1 in the worst possible position, force them into a triple cap domination situation.
A couple great downs here late in the game. That's exactly what Fury 1 needs to do. Continue to chain together these moments, but it's not going to get easier because right now, the way the score stands, I do believe, and I could be wrong, that it has to come through at a triple neutralization. They're just too far gone, and with the capture coming through, the win condition does not change. They have 60 seconds to figure out how to decap that last hill of Rise.
Oh, that's a bad shot. He hits Insem for about 70%. That was a beautiful shot. If only it was his opponent that he hit it on. Now we got one player out of the front side of the hill for Rise. Rushy's playing into that fire for just a few moments, but through the fire and flames, the down comes through, giving him the old wiggle waggle, the old no, not today, not on Vasgar. 4-1 quickly turns into 5-1 and one map away from being done. Fury stands on the brink of elimination now, Jacob. What a dominant map 3 by Rise.
I just have my fingers crossed right now.
He's still got
talking about dominance.
Swarm
It's going hand in hand right now, Colin. Please, God, when I see this.
Nope.
Rushies did it.
I'll say it.
Super Rush again. Super Rush does it again. He leaves Ventry without a single elimination to his name on the stat board. And I do believe Ventry did get downs. He got downs, so don't get me wrong. He could have cleaned up those kills, but the ones that mattered, 1v1 versus Rushies, he cannot clean it up.
Jacob, I love you to death, but Taylor came waddling in here, and I have no idea what you said. Taylor had this really weird walk. Like, I'm going to try to imitate it real quick. Taylor was like,
did he just eat? That looks like he just ate.
But then, like, if I backed up as Taylor, it'd be like, beep, like
beep,
arms just out.
Beep, beep.
I don't know why he was crab walking at me. I don't know what his problem was. I couldn't hear him. I tried to take the headset off.
You mentioned the pen. He's like, oh no.
Yeah, he left something in here.
This
for me
one's better anyway. This one is better. This is a gel pen.
Is it the Gears pen?
Right upside down. No, it's a Sharpie one.
Because I got a Gears
pen. It's way better than Colin's.
Can you imagine I've got a Gears pen? Think about it.
You do. And if you don't have one, you made one.
No, I didn't make one. I got one. It's actually the same one that I think anybody can go and buy on like Amazon. I'd love it though. I mean, it's got the Crimson Omen on it. Why wouldn't I love it?
That one's better than Reflections pen too.
She
already sounds like it. He has the worst pen in Gears. I can't believe it. Probably runs out of ink.
Jacob, I know you've worked with him in person. You've worked with Taylor before in person, right?
I did. It was a lovely, lovely weekend.
I love that he's got his notebooks. He's got his Sharpie. He's got his little makeup bag, his water, and his shaker. It is like a nice little setup he's got. It's like its own feng shui over here. He has got it right where he wants it to be, and it hasn't moved for, I think, 3 days now.
He doesn't take them home? He doesn't study them?
No, he just leaves them. He takes the notes and leaves them right here. Makeup bag stays right here. It's been in the same spot for, I swear, 72 hours.
Can you do me a favor, though? Can you look through, and I'll give you some time, flip through the pages. Is there any notes that'll help Fury 1 after that 5-1 beatdown?
Right, look, let's pick up
any notes you can find right now.
Reflections notes books, and we'll go through it. We'll see
if there's anything that you can find right now. 0-12 Ventry, Rushy's shutting them down, going on over to Ritual Control, where it's going to get just as aggressive, just as dicey. What does Reflections have for us?
All right,
as spoken by Colin.
So this is what it kind of looks like. It's a lot of notes. My man is copious with his notes. I like it. I'm not mad at it. I mean, look at this, and it's on like every page. My man is really keeping good notes. For all of you that think that Taylor Reflections Noble is just a pretty face, he's not. He's a student of the game, and he's learned a lot. Actually, wait. Here's a page all about Fury 1. I'm just going to read you what it says right here. It says, you got to win 2 maps in a row. Brother, you are down bad. Please, Toady, don't let me down. I love you. I dream about you every night. You're my best friend. Please, you'll make me upset and cry. And then it's a recipe for fried chicken.
I need that recipe. Please get me a screenshot of it, actually.
I'll make sure I send it over.
Fried chicken
you
right
think
now.
I'm kidding? It is
eating
2
some fried
notebooks.
food right now because they're cooking up Fury 1.
Yo, he is. They are cooking them up. Oh my God!
Can I get invited, Rush? I want to go to the barbecue.
I bet you Rush.
If there's any leftovers, they're not going to leave anything.
Rush ain't making a barbecue. Rush is going to have chicken nuggets, and you know it. That's it.
We're all eating ribs, mashed potatoes, hot dogs, hamburgers. Rushy's just got his McDonald's.
I was told the story. I'm trying to remember who I heard it from. Where Rush, they went out to a really nice dinner, and I don't remember who told me. It was like Ghost, maybe Reciprocity. They went to a decent dinner, and I'm talking like they went to an actual restaurant to get actual high-end quality food. And they were like, Rush showed up with a 10-piece from McDonald's. And I was like, I will always love him from here on out. I will never say negative things about Rushman ever again. Because if that's the type of dude you are, I love that kind of real. That's just nice. That's just good.
I have to say that's a thing. I don't think it was with me. I don't know. But I just remember the Ghost days. We have Chef James. And some people might remember Chef James out there cooking up the best of the best. And Rush is up there. He's chilling with us. You know what I mean? He's having a good time with us. But he's waiting on his McDonald's to come in. As soon as he gets it, they all go upstairs. You got sleepy time, eating the dinner, but then also getting some chicken nuggets along with him. Speedy doing the same thing.
What's Rush's sauce?
That's the food of champions.
Is he a barbecue sauce?
That's the food.
Sweet and sour? What
I want to
was
say
it?
maybe. I don't remember.
Oh, you don't know.
The way he's playing, he's sweet and sour. I got to say that.
Hey, yo.
Or maybe spicy buffalo, something like that. Definitely not tangy barbecue. Even though he might use it.
Hey, whatever he's doing, keep doing it. We're going into map 4. It's ritual control. It goes back over to a Rise map pick because last round Rise was COG, so it had to be Fury 1 map pick. Yeah. Fury 1 will be COG. Yeah, Fury. I'm looking right here. They're COG, so it has got to be a Rise map pick. Rushman is the Black Steel Savage Cantus. How long has that's been his?
Really, he's going back to his old. They have to say, really going back to his. It was either that. I remember the zombie COG gear.
Yeah,
that one was actually Rushy's like go-to for such a long time because what he was doing with using that character, it was letting people know their future before it happened. Like this is what you're gonna look like in a few seconds as he pushes them.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we go through the map of Ritual, one of my favorite tracks plays in the background. That heavy drum beat. I absolutely love it. I hope the voice of God turns it up for you for just a moment because that thing, I get down to it, man, and I got room to work with. I can hear it. It's just soft. Turn that thing up. Turn the bad boy up.
Rushy's promised me if they win the event, he has the Super Rush outfit.
Are you making that up or is that legit?
No, go look on Twitter. He's going to have the Super Rush outfit if they win the event. I want to see a Rise cape and then hit kind of like rip his shirt open like Superman.
That just made me so much happier. Ventry's going to get tagged up. Aim boot kills Vexi's Enzem. Returns fire. 3v3 now with the first hill. Big team fight here. Detox will be full red. Not a lot of utility to play with. Aim boot has one flash. Vexi's has the respawn flash. Throws one behind these players. Down comes through over the top. Rushy's over the top. Gets the single shot chunk. 3 players to the front side of the hill. Ventry trying to return fire. Gets tagged up pretty heavily. Double shot down. Aim boot will be pushed off. 15 points go over early to Fury 1, but it will not last very long because Rise, they get the torque bow in Rushman's hands, and he's already got one taking him down to the dance.
A bird, it's a plane, it's a Rushman at it again from one side of the map to the next. Even with 30 seconds left, he's going deep into the spawn. He doesn't really want to show himself because he knows as that time dwindles down, Fury 1 will begin to make that same move, and now it's his chance to catch Aim Boot off guard. Just a little bit of splash damage, nothing to really get aggressive on, but that's why he's waiting for his teammates to solidify this elimination and then set up as a roster.
Tody now looking forward with Detox. Big Lancer fire there to get the down. He's going to try to get at least another down here with Ventry, but they're going to play 3 players over here. Rise wants to secure this side of the map. It's a 3v3 here. Flash grenades out. Frag grenades out as well. Won't be able to find that first kill, but they do find the down on Detox, and the kill comes through. Meanwhile, it's a 1v1 over here. Inzem trying to play up against Aim Boot. Rushy's with another pick with the torque bow. Inzem on his 3rd down and out. Rushy's now need to find maybe another one with that torque. Tony goes huge, massive, gargantuan, magnanimous.
That was actually a big double kill right there because
what's
gotta imagine if Tody goes down, they're both staying alive. What do you mean, what's the word for big?
What's another
Gigante?
word for big? Humongous? I already said that.
Mucho grande?
I'll take your word for it. Mucho grande big.
I mean, you don't say big, you just say mucho grande.
No, you know what? Mucho grande big. Very big,
okay,
big. Very big,
I think we'll take it.
Come on now, baby. Rise back into the fight, trying to pressure into the hill. Toady coming on the flank. Big shot on Enzem. Double shot down, and the kill comes through. 55-28 and counting. Rise struggling here against Fury 1 in the early goings of this control. Very reminiscent of that map 1. Fury 1 has to win it. They got to send it to a map 5. They got to win this map right here to keep their tournament hopes alive in the final major of Gears Esports. This is the Summer Major Championship Sunday.
It's almost deja vu as well, because last time these two faced, it was Fury 1 who came out on top. Wasn't it a 5-map series? Wasn't it something rather just like this, as Jaled's trying to blow through the middle, catch a couple players off guard, create some separation? That way Ventry's able to get one onto Detox, but immediately Jaled goes down. Ventry getting traded out. Aimboot doing what he can as the revives are going to be able to come through. Fury 1 will have another chance to try to attack this hill, and Toady does it. He goes big again. Mucho grande for that one moment until Rushies has something to say about it. Shutting one down, getting it down onto another, forcing Ventry back yet again from Vasgar to Ritual. He can't be stopped.
Rushies into the next hill. They got about 50 points to go before they can try to get a lead here. Stacks up with Enzem. Big shot there. Pulls back into the backside of the hill now. They got 63 seconds left on this hill. They can even get it tied up pretty easily here. Torque bow out. Won't be able to find any splash damage. Smoke comes out. Ventry and Jaled, first line of the offense. Another mark comes through. Splash damage, not enough.
Incoming frag!
Nice flash by Toady. Straight towards the backside. Not going to be able to get the stun. Beautiful frag grenade from Avexi's to get 2 and stop that push dead in its tracks. This is their chance not only to gain the lead, but gain some sort of a cushion. And especially if they're able to catch these eliminations with about 15-20 seconds left, they'll be able to rotate and be the first one towards next as well.
Shot on, gonna go down. Detox will get revived off pretty quickly. Toady tries to push in with Ventry. Toady goes down. Ventry rotates over to Avexi's. Body shot there. Detox pulls back. Rushman next to Detox now. Rushy's gonna play out to the left, pick up something. I think it was ammo. My man, that guy got that good of stats, or is he just shot that much? Go over to Rushy's real quick. Hit me with the rush, man. Hit me with the rush,
He
man.
just has that good of stats. But
6
all
to
this is
5.
going down,
Hey,
though.
yo.
The dust settles just a little bit. Rise, they were kind of distracted onto that one player, Ventry. Meanwhile, Fury 1, they're able to get an elimination and take control over this next hill. With only 22 points separating these two teams coming into the mid-game, this is definitely going to be fought for tooth and nail between both of these rosters as Rushies get shut down, forcing a revive out. Detox risking himself to make sure this one stays contested.
Detox into the middle of that hill. Will push up onto that middle pillar. They're going to get the first down. He tries to bait the revive. Avexi's gets it. 2v2, catches Detox sliding in. Jay with one more, now needs 2 more as he's bouncing in, goes for the up A, won't be able to get it. Shut down inside of the hill, aim boot, Ventry inside of P4 here. Settling in for the long haul, trying to play another round of defensive capabilities. Toady with the torque bow. Over the top of Detox, gets the splash damage. Looking for somebody through the big window, maybe. Enzem to the far top side. Torque bow hits his own teammate's cover. Puts him out of position for just a moment. Third torque bow misses. One more. Oh no, he hit Jay with that one.
He did, and kind of stopped Ventry from getting aggressive. That one landed on the ground. That gives Detox that chance at life, and he makes it happen, getting that one on a Ventry. Enzem steps up as well. Rushy said, what about me? I want a piece of that pie, and enters into the fray to take down Jaled and reward himself with frag grenades. And just like that, Fury 1 was able to take the lead, while Rise snatch it right back.
2 hills back-to-back, pretty defensively sound for both of these squadrons, and now you see Fury 1 in the power position here at the money hill, the bottom side of the map, but the top side of the mini-map. It's going to be a revive out. Detox is going to have to pressure against Aim Boot. They're going to try to play out the 3v1. Detox gets one down behind. Rushies with another kill, continuing to add to his Best Grenadier award. Frag off the back cubby, finds a second. Rushies and explosives go like peas and carrots, like peanut butter and jelly, baby.
Or the differential right now between Rushies versus Ventry is absolutely insane. He is the cause for shutting down this one player for the most part. As Ventry's trying to wheel himself back into it, revives back up. Jaled not taking his life for granted, especially that it costs Ventry his. He's going to try to do what he can. Toady well on the way. They get the short spawn, so all 4 players are up, ready to attack this hill that has 45 seconds left.
And the torque bow is up in 10 seconds. I don't know what they're going to do here. We take a look at the scoreboard for just a moment. Enzem gets 1. Inzem pushing back through the bottom side of the hill. Angled out. Ventry goes down. Kills coming through in galore, but now Fury 1 has the torque bow spawn. Inzem goes down. Great shots by Detox. Secondary gets a kill. Needs a big shot on a Toady. Flash grenade comes out. Detox tries to avoid himself, but he's going to get the down. But Ventry downs Toady. Quick revive comes out, though. Only 20 seconds left on the hill. Can't get the lead back from Rise, but Rise can certainly rotate early and try to get set up. Let's see what Aimboot does with the other 4 bolts.
Boom. First one's going to be revved up. Not even splash damage for that one. Quickly gets the torque bow. Active, ready up. You see Rise trying to hold the line where those frag grenades would typically spawn. They have the spawn point all the way in the back in the form of Detox, and then Rushy's kind of playing that flex role. Anybody crosses through and tries to advance on a flank from his teammates, they have to deal with him first.
The Vexies rolls to the backside of that P4. Get full red. Ventry finally goes down, but I don't think anybody's going to be in the area to get the kill. Rise playing up into a Wolfpack scenario. Inzem will get one. Goes for a second here on the Toady. Won't be able to get that. It's going to be Rushy's trying to pull up for the defensive stand. Back into the hill we go. Aimboot with 2 bolts. Misses. Rushy's on the little rotation. 1 more to go. Avexy's trying to get this flank angle. Both of them die and are taken out. 30-point differential now. Favor of Rise. It'll go away pretty quickly because they are going to have to spend a lot of time rotating over to the close respawn.
You're good to go.
Okay, you saw them lose the actual initial hill. Quickly reacting, trying to at least get the spawn point, something that can hold on to. Meanwhile, Rushies is kind of disrupting the hill. He sneaks past, able to get one, alleviating the pressure. Rushies goes back to back. That's 2 big elims, and now Ventry, he's gonna fall because of the numbers. Avexy's taking stride of his teammates' work and making sure they keep compounding the efforts. And Rise, once again, it might only be 30, but that's a lead that they're gonna use to propel them and their confidence with 30 seconds left on the former.
30 seconds could get him to that, well, the 25 that are left could get him to 200. You know you're probably going to get to like the 185, 190 marker, then play off of that hill. We are going into the reset now. Rushies has 1 player that will challenge him mid-map. Vexy's full red, he goes down. Inzem slides in for the revive. They bring that player in on the flank. Vexy's might just try to skedaddle out of here and keep a power weapon in their control. Full red. Looks toward Ventry, misses the shot, doesn't even get the splash damage, but hits a hell of an L trigger there to get the down. Jalid trying to fight back here. On the cover by himself. Rise have 2 players surrounding him like a shark. Aimboot into the backside of the hill. Detox will have at least seen him take that cover. Flash grenade out. Aimboot with a snub out. Gets a ton of damage. Avexy's shot to the top. That's the kill on the torque bow. Now looking for Ventry to the front side of the hill. Inzem down. Toady runs in for the revive. He gets the kill and the revive. Ventry goes back down. Toady over the top. Backhanded. Detox with a big shot. They're still in the hill with 60 seconds to go. Jalid, last player alive for Fury 1 and the closest player as well.
Fury 1 right now just staggering their lives away on that last hill, getting desperate, trying to be a hero. Jalid with the flash, trying to move up. Lancer peppering him, backtracking. There goes the torque bow, gonna connect onto Ventry. He's unable to move up. Aimboot and his teammate are separated right now in Rise. You can see them faking these movements out, trying to get him out of cover. Great shot's gonna be landed, but the numbers game is just absolutely too much. Detox and Avexy's work together in tandem to shut him down and get a 3rd elimination onto Toady. Ventry with his back up against the wall has no choice but try to get something, and that is going to be the spawn point as he gets dropped for that moment.
Drop for just a moment. They're going to be able to play out against that last player. It's going to be Rushies, who's trying to retreat all the way back into the respawn area. 2:34 and counting. Ton of time left in this map right now for them to try to make a comeback. Rushman needs a big shot here for the down. Doesn't get the meat shield. The little misroll there won't allow him to finish off his kill. 4 players alive and well at P2, but less than 8 seconds to go for the new torque bow. Rise will have all the time in the world to wait for the power weapons and then go for a full-fledged retake. There's the pick by Detox. The hill will switch here in the next 3 to 5 seconds, but Toady is on the biggest flank I might have ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, team kill. Rushies goes down. It gave Detox the torque bow. There was 3 players there. They all had the chance, but Inzem's going to get dropped. Vexy's gets dropped as well. The chain revives are being forced by Rise. They're trying to survive. They're trying to live to tell the tale, and Inzem's going to be the only one able to have that chance. Rushy's well on his way, trying to be the hero as Detox finally gets bled out, but Inzem and Rushy separate. They take 2 different fights, but I forgot who that man is. He's Super Rush. He don't need help. He can do it all by himself as he gets another 2 eliminations for Rise and the hill. They may not. Actually, it is winnable. It's winnable as well.
Yes, sir, indeed. It is winnable. 45 seconds to go in this situation. We see Toady mounted up in the first cover. He's going to have to move into the neutralization position to try to start taking some of this time away. He will get all the way close to this front pillar. He's looking to cross to the front side of the Vexies. The Vexies will roll off. Here comes the flashes. Here comes the retake. Toady straight into the hill. It looks like Rise has rotated all the way out. They're going to give themselves the positional advantage to try to go for this retake. Detox going to the 90 degree. Toady trying to give everybody the business as they come into the hill. Jalad and Toady both with one. 30 seconds left on the hill. Rushman will get one chunk, but will then ceremoniously, not ceremoniously. What a cereal out here. Come on, Colin. The
about to be a
tight situation here.
It can be whatever you want it to be at this point, Colin. There's only 30 seconds left. This one's going to come down to the literal wire for Fury 1 if they're trying to come back into this game. Avexi spots up. He's taking so much damage. Flank from Jalad that gets called out, and he goes down. Revives are there for Rise once more, and you see them backtracking when they get the eliminations. They're trying to suffocate the players of Fury 1 and use their teamwork, making sure nobody fights a 1v1 other than Avexis, because that's a man you can count on.
Without a doubt, already stacked up at the hill. Rise is inside. Kills galore. Torque bow picked up here by Rise. Rushman will go wide. He's going to get a full red down and dead. And Jacob, they are on the doorstep.
20 seconds left. That's all Rise need. They have 3 times the amount of time on this hill to make that come to fruition. Jalad gets staggered out. Torque Bow's going to hit the floor, bob him out of cover. Aim Boot has nowhere really to go. Another Torque Bow right in front of him. Toady's going to take damage. Aim Boot's going to go down. Revives are up. 6 seconds, it's all it's need. It's all up to Jalad. He needs to clutch the 1v3. One down is going to come through, but Rise will shut down Jalad and shut down Fury 1 to advance to the grand finals.
And then there were 2, Jacob. Rise fight back through losers like they did in our spring major. They find themselves in the exact same position. Down 1 map in a grand finals, but this time it's a new opponent. Identiv said it felt like destiny. Well, Rise, they want to say that destiny is inevitable. Like Thanos, they want to come into that grand finals and be the final boss, be the team you must take out if you want to sit atop Gears Esports, because they win your series over Fury 1 3-1. They settle it in on Ritual, and now they find themselves right back where they believe they belong in a grand finals with a chance at one more chip, at a chance at immortality as our last champions of Gears Esports. They find themselves right where they want to be, Jacob. They might be down 1 map, but it is a best of 9. It is a long way to go to find yourself crowned as kings.
And honestly, you couldn't have written a better story here this week. And Reflection was trying in all those notebooks to try to write the script, to try to figure out what was going to happen. He was dead wrong. PK on the brink of making history happen. And Identivs, he got what he wanted. He said he wanted to go against Rush. And the way Rush is playing right now, you have to be the best or beat the best in order to be the best. And I think that's why Vexies is his teammate for him. I think that's why Identivs is calling them out. And this one, Colin, this is going to be a match for the ages. I absolutely don't really know who to pick here, because I said Vexies would love to see him win that championship. He's so passionate. On the other side, my brother Identivs, history in the making, like we keep talking about, would love to see him host the final trophy, especially the Latin American region. I feel like they deserve it more than anyone.
Well, Jacob, you and I have spent a lot of time together in Gears 5. Every single major, we were placed together outside of that very first one. After San Diego, you and I became a duo. You were officially my partner, my best friend. Every time I sat on a mic, my man, this is going to be our last cast together for Gears 5. Hopefully not our last cast in our entire lives, because you're like a brother to me. I love you dearly. I'm just upset that you weren't here with me. I want you to take a quick moment. Tell the fans what it was like for you to be able to cast over Gears 5, how bad it was to have to be next to me each and every time. This is your opportunity. Let them know. This is your last cast, baby. How do you let them feel?
I just, honestly, I don't want to cry. I might. I don't know. Who knows? Gears, obviously coming to an end the way it has. But I said it on Twitter, and I'll say it again. I wouldn't be the person I am. I wouldn't be where I am in both my career and my life if it wasn't for Gears of War, being a player, being a coach, Drake, sleepy time, giving that opportunity when my playing career has come to an end to coach. And that really started my run behind the scenes. I've been a part of great organizations, been a part of great events, from casting to producing to coaching. I've been able to do it all literally because Gears of War. And if you would have told me so many years ago I'd be able to travel the world and make a career out of this, I'd think you guys are insane. So I want to thank everybody in the Gears community, from the casters, producers, everybody behind the scenes, from the people I play in ranked, every single one of you guys, for making this truly a dream come true, and a family that I can really rely on at the end of the day. And I said it on Twitter, like I said, this isn't goodbye. It's see you later. We'll never go down. We'll always survive.
Thank you so much, Jacob, for those beautiful words, the incredible sentiment. We love you dearly. I can't thank you enough for putting up with me each and every week, each and every time we got on a microphone, because God knows how you do it. You're probably on 4 medications you weren't on a few weeks ago before you had to start working with me. I tell you what, let's break down this matchup. And to break it down, let's bring in the best analyst desk in the game, John Kefalukos. Bring it in, baby.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Of course, thanks, PR, for the beautiful words, my friend. You'll be joining us on the desk for the grand finals in just a moment. But what a brilliant cast from a brilliant duo. Fallout here, joined once again with Ashes and Toby Campbell to break down what we just saw on screen. Replays are going to start here in a moment, and we'll talk through it. Rise stole that first game, and it almost seemed like they stole the tempo from the rest of that series, Toby.
Yeah, it very much seemed that way, didn't it? And it's very difficult, actually, to comprehend perhaps the mental journey that Fury 1 have been on, especially in this map in particular. Of course, it started off with this chaotic district, I want to say. At least it was probably chaotic mentally towards those closing moments, right, for Fury 1. Colin nailed it. He had the best comment, honestly, I think you can say about this map, and it's the fact that they had 2 maps in a row where they frankly choked the very ending. They were doing so well, dominating for majority of the map, I feel like, at least qualitatively speaking, regardless of whether the points were showing it. They were looking so good, so hot. Their shotguns were on point, and they were dealing with so much adversity. But then when it came to those closing moments, they just couldn't wrap it up. They just lost to the comeback kings at that point, and you've seen it time and time again. It's why we say they're potentially the comeback kings in Rise, that they can take those very bleak moments and pull it back. Great composure there from Rushies, for example, and he's going to be a really defining character of this entire series. Now, that was, of course, a deviation, that district loss from their previous matchup. Fury 1 absolutely destroyed them on that map previously, but not this time. But then Tomb, 6-2 last time. Rise been destroying teams on this map this whole major, and then suddenly Fury 1 out of nowhere pull out a win on this one. I would have never predicted it, and it was a map of clutch plays. We see that as we go through the replays here, the power weapons were a huge deal. Avexi's with the talk bow, fantastic stuff. Toti was getting amazing snipe headshots. Detox we've seen already, and meanwhile, the clip at the end here, Jaled, the very best clutch in a coming clip, it was absolutely insane from him and the Fury 1 team. Vasgar, I'll hand it over to Ashes at this point, because for me, honestly, you simply cannot play Rise on Vasgar and expect to have a good result. They're just the best Vasgar team, and that Rushies 1v1 factor which led to that KD result, honestly, of entry in a way, he is the best 1v1 player in Vasgar in my opinion. Usually talk about Rise characteristically as a teamwork based team, but boy, individually Rushies is a huge factor as to Rise success on this map.
Yeah, absolutely. Rushies was playing out of his mind. He was definitely winning those crucial 1v1s. I mean, right here, he's letting them know that this is his map, his territory, even if he takes a little bit of fire damage there. But Vasgar is one of those maps where if you're comfortable as a team, you're going to succeed. And that's exactly what we saw. And they were able to carry that comfortability as a team over into this final map here. You know, this control, there was a little bit of pushback from the other team, but Fury really didn't stand a chance. They were really trying to rely on their guns, their shotgun skills, but the rotations weren't there. Rise seemed to always be a step ahead. They always seemed to be able to out teamwork and out Lancer. Even when there was small moments right here where Aim Boots seemed to have a little bit of a control, it immediately went right back into Rise's favor. So I think overall, we just saw the better team succeed here, and I'm excited to see how they fare up against a hungry Pittsburgh Knights in the grand finals.
Yeah, I think hungry is an understatement. They are starving at this point. It's been 16 years of Gears esports. and a Latin American or Mexican team has yet to win a championship major event, let alone any international team. The best placement, of course, was Splice, Pittsburgh Knights a few times, second place. We saw Dignitas back in Gears 1, the English boys with a third place finish, but never has a championship been won by a team outside of the United States of America. Can it happen today is the big question. Unfortunately, it will not be Fury 1 having that chance. It will be the Pittsburgh Knights ready to fight against Rise, who is so hot right now, coming from losers. And again, the key storyline we keep talking about, we just got to keep repeating it because it's so crucial. They've done this before. Look at their rise through the losers bracket against the Kansas City Pioneers and then against Fury 1, 3-1. It's not like they're struggling here, right? KCP easily could have been a 3-0. And, surprising that they lost that execution against Fury 1. Rise is looking impeccable right now, Toby.
Oh, truly so. And just think how back and forth their rivalry with E United has been this entire time. We've barely been speaking about E United because of how good Rise have been this major. And it's because of Rise that E United aren't here, of course, today in some of these awesome matchups. You have to give it to them. They've faced the adversity, the difficult intra-map situations I alluded to there on District, right? And the really difficult series that they've been really forced upon them. Fury 1, losing to Fury 1 of all teams, 3-2. Insane adversity to deal with, but they've done it time and time again. They are the true comeback kings. Yeah. And I think they've had all the adversity they need at this point. I don't know if PK can truly throw anything at them at this point in time that will rock them off this consistency train. They are absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, well said. They started a little slow on Friday. Since then, they've been great. Rise looking very solid. But hey, we got Detox ready for an interview. Before we go ahead and throw that over, though, gentlemen, your last time on broadcast, it's been quite the journey every step of the way being with y'all in this journey. Any final words here on the desk before we throw it over to Jordan? Toby, starting with you.
Yeah, I mean, just a huge amount of thanks to give out, honestly. Of course, John, me and you started casting together all the way back in 2015. I have to thank you, first of all, for your mentorship over the years. It's been so appreciative, honestly, and I haven't said it enough to you. Of course, Jack Felling, an old but continue to be friend of many of us in the Gears esports scene. She trusted in me back in 2015 when I started commentating back on my personal streams, and it's all led on from there, right? And it's just been such an incredible journey that just the same with Jacob has changed me as a person permanently, absolutely so, in so many areas of my life. And as well, thank you to UMG. It's not said enough, but you guys have had to deal through the really, really difficult sea of issues that have come through the pandemic and all sorts of things, right? Ryan Fools, what an excellent steward and leader of the scene, and has been absolutely tremendous as kind of that number one, right, leading away, managing. He's done such a fantastic job. And congrats to him on such a successful, really journey for him in terms of his coaching and whatnot. And I have to thank you to Goalie, producer Goalie, Reflections as well. Ryan himself again for believing in me to, bring me on to cast back here with you guys today and different Pro League broadcasts since that huge gap between, say, Gears 4 and some travel issues that I came across and all sorts, since then. So once again, thank you to you guys. Thank you to all the casting talent team. You're all absolutely incredible. Pleasure working with you, Ashes, as well. I know we've not been able to work together as much as I have with the other guys here, but I think you're absolutely incredible yourself. And finally, thank you to you guys at home. Thank you to the community. Thank you to the players for really making all this possible, supporting me, the talent team, the esport, the game, through many different games, of course, UE, Gears 4, Gears 5 in particular. And we're not sure for a long time, I guess, what's next for Gears esports, truly. But I'm of the belief that the esport is not done just yet permanently. So definitely sit tight and believe in yourselves, believe in the game, because I certainly do. And once again, it's been an absolute pleasure, and hope to cast again very soon.
Brilliantly said. Love you, Toby. Ashes?
Well, again, echo everything that Toby said. Shout out to UMG and the amazing broadcast team. You guys have done an excellent job with Gears 5 and everything that we've had to go through globally. Thank you so much to everyone who's supported myself and my teams over the years, my parents, my beautiful wife, and everybody in the Gears ecosystem, community, friends, family. You guys are all awesome. For my last time on camera, anything Gears 5 related, though, I will be here. If there's something Gears 6 related, you bet your ass I'll be here. I had to get out two things from the past. My original notebook, since we were showing off Taylor's notebook that I won my very first event with, and then, of course, my very first teammate that I won an event with Mr. Mental himself.
Billy go! Billy go! Oh my God.
To close out Gears 5 from the old Optic boys, we want to say good luck to Rise and to Pittsburgh Knights. Put on a hell of a grand finals. Thank you, all of you. And we will see you in the future, hopefully.
Gosh, I got to throw it right from there, man. What a surprise. So good to see the GOAT, greatest of all time in Gears. And of course, Ash brilliantly said and a brilliant goodbye. Thanks so much for all that you've contributed to Gears throughout the history as the leading content creator and everything that you've done for this scene. We are indebted, my friend. We'll see you for Gears 6 or whatever next Gears is. Hopefully, fingers crossed, whatever the next chapter for Gears Esports is. But hey, that's going to be it for us on the desk. A huge, huge amount of love. Please blow it up in the chat right now. One's in the chat. W's in the chat. I don't care what it is, from my man Nick, Ashes, and Toby Campbell. Much love to both you guys. Thanks for all you've contributed to Gears over the years. Let's go ahead and throw it over to Jordan, though, with our winners ready to fight against Pittsburgh Knights. It's Detox from Rise.
Thank you so much for all that incredible words from the desk for sure. Now we've got some more words from someone who just come up a win. Detox, congratulations.
Thank you.
Back in the grand finals, same fashion as you did last time. So how does this moment all feel for you?
This moment feels good, job not done. So we're not too happy. We beat them as expected. We played some bad Gears of War last night. They beat us. Cool, whatever. He was talking, Tony was talking his little mess. I respect it, trying to be like a little baby me. Can't do that. Like, go ahead and watch us play finals now. Thank you.
Okay, so were you hoping that they originally lost against PK, or did it sort of matter to you who came up against you first?
Realistically, honestly, I don't care who we play. I literally, after we lost and got sent to loser bracket, I sat there and played free for all by myself while everybody else was pissed. And then I basically said, bro, we're not losing. I'm not losing. I refuse to lose. Actually put it in your brain, refuse to lose right now. And then everybody is doing their thing. Everyone. And the fact that I'm next to them while they're doing their thing, bro, I'm proud of these guys. The job's not done.
Yeah, for sure. So I know you said you don't really care who you play, but someone that did care, I will say that Identives called you guys out. He was like, I hope that I play Rise.
I like that.
So when you hear that, what goes through your head?
Yeah, I like that because I want them to. I hope they, watching our strats. Because I've been watching them too. PK is a great team. Don't get it wrong. This is North America versus LATAM last event, Gears 5. This is great. You know what I mean, how are you not entertained? This is gonna be great, man. I can't wait to play.
Right, absolutely. How are you not entertained? Any last words before I let you go? Getting ready for grand finals?
Hey man, last words. Damn. Hey man, I love Gears of War. Love everybody I met through Gears of War. Love all y'all. The trash talk in and out of game. The all the arguments I got into with everybody. I love Gears of War. Everybody that's associated with Gears of War. This will forever have a place in my heart and the memories I had. You know what I mean? Everybody, bro. Love all y'all. Be good.
All right. Well, will LATAM hoist the trophy or will Rise go back to back? It's time to find out. Grand Finals is coming up. Detox, again, congratulations. We'll be right back after this quick break.